Halo guys. Loh, kok ini sih? Kok Kok ini sih boom ZETA duluan guys ya? Halo ya, halo. Kok boom ZETA duluan ya? Ini sampai DGTL nih kayor yoi. Gue pengen nonton sih ya DGTL soalnya penasaran juga. Boom bisa nggak nih? Bisa lah. Ya ditukar jadwalnya, diumumin tadi pagi kalau nggak salah. Oke. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Haruskah gue pakai jersey boom adik-adik? Gue pakai ya. Bodo amat.
Teams came to Turkey for a shot at claiming the championship, and after today, that number will dwindle down to 14. Hello and welcome to Day 5 of Valorant Champions Istanbul. Goldenboy here, and I'm joined by two people that love when I talk about the Attitude Era. It's Sideshow and Mimi.
We're like 3 sentences in and you're already talking about wrestling.
Did you guys see Clash of the Castle last night? Oh my god, that Roman Reigns, am I right?
It's a good job it's a Valorant show, mate. It's a good job it's a Valorant show, and we can just talk past Goldenboy about Valorant.
I don't know if that's how it works. You know, I'm the captain, okay?
Yeah, unfortunately, he is the captain of this shit.
What a shame.
That's right, it is.
Thankfully, that also means he'll go down with it.
That is very true. The chances of us going down is quite high. All right, let's go ahead and talk about yesterday's matches because we officially have our third team in the playoffs, and dun, 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 it's DRX. I don't think, and I'm not trying to badmouth DRX here, but coming into this, it felt like 100 Thieves had all of the energy, all of the momentum, and Josh, they fell flat to a very prepared DRX.
It wasn't the same DRX that lost 7.
Let's go. Boom eSport.
And the question is, should we really be believers? Because every time we go into international events, we're like, oh, DRX, they finished 5th, 6th place. Surely they're not going to be good this tournament. And then they pound in the groups.
Pakai jersey boom ya kalau game 1 kalau ganti. Pakai jersey yo, tapi ingat dulu pakai jersey Onyx malah jadi curse. Oh, jadi itu kan masih infonya, Bang. Anjas pakai jersey yo, ini boom. Ini coy, boom.
This DRX is looking so good. They baited me into believing yet again.
Nice!
Just a soft theory, all right?
Anjas pakai jersey yo,
We just let it happen. We just let it go.
I've already said something. Josh.
Yuk bisa yuk menang 2-1 boom nggak apa-apa. Pas beres langsung MU Arsenal. Oh iya ya anjing. Aduh, mau nonton DGTL atau nonton MU ya? Fuck. Yang bener lu Yor. Iye. Fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. And for DRX, I'm looking over at your side of the table, and I'm just seeing visions of that DRX stuffed animal and the jersey sitting over there, and I'm just a believer. Seth has just like been putting subliminal messaging in all of our heads to believe in this team, and I'm believing.
But this segment is too early. You can't say should we believe in DRX until it gets into the playoffs and they actually win it.
I'm a believer, Josh.
Well,
sometimes you just have to blindly put
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late night in the middle of June. Heat wave been freaking me out. Heat wave been Sometimes all I think about is you. Late night in the middle of June. Jadi nggak pakai jersey boom. Ini gue pakai jersey boom, bro. Itu seberapa ini artinya gue mendukung boom, guys ya. Udah paling enak diem aja ya, bacot pakai Indomie. Gila, ini baru tanggal 4 ya. Kelar ini tuh tanggal berapa sih, guys? 16 ya? 16, 17, 18. Baru masuk live udah rusak telinga, bacot. Diam Yor, lu diem anjing. 2021, 2021. Tapi yang menang boom. Yor, oi, AP. Teori Yor diam, pakai terus aja Yor, menang kalah tetap support berarti benar. Gokil. Don
Can you imagine the play? He gets the 2, flash around the corner.
Imagine if the Phoenix
devastation.
utility was good. That
Oh
would
iya,
have been
Paul.
That would have put a big
Boom.
smile on my face if that happened.
Boom.
Yeah, it was
ZETA.
quite the game. Go back and check out the VOD.
Siapa
If you haven't had a
bakal
chance to do so yet.
lanjut?
Of course, for both teams, though, you know, for Exit, they are going to move on in this one. Zersha's still very much going to be in this one. But
19, 18 mungkin, 19 di Indo. No, I've got to let you go, you better off in someone new. Lagu apa itu ya? Anjay, optik masuk. DRX udah masuk ya? Anjay.
But today is going to be all about survival. We got Zeta Division versus Boom Esports, and then Edward Gaming take on Liquid. And the losers of these 2 matches, Mimi, they're done.
Ya udah pasti Crab enggak dari Riot enggak.
Yeah, I mean, it's tragic to see a lot
Buff
of
Tokped
these here so early.
gokil. WIB. WIB cuma di Tokopedia tiap tanggal 25 sampai akhir bulan. PSG masuk gak juga kah? Muka lu gue masukin ke lubang. Buff ke Justin nanti ya. Lu pada nggak usah so asik ya anjing. Prediksi total frag botol. I don't know man. Casternya bening juga. Kocak yang ditanya caster mulu, caster yang sebelah kiri. Mantap paman, let's go boom. Katanya lu punya kontak Kostisio. Coba tanya siapa yang menang match hari ini.
To talk about the team struggles heading into champions. Let's check it out.
Thank you very much. I'm now here joined by Ryan and Amira and Scream from Team Liquid. Welcome back, guys. Been a while since we've seen you at an international tournament. This year,
Dia udah pakai jersey boom ente sih, bacot king frag block.
You initially didn't qualify to Reykjavik, and then you lost to Zeta, and from there on, you didn't qualify for Copenhagen, and then you had to play LCQ once more. Been a really long year. I wanted to I wanted to talk you through, you know, how it's been.
Cantik banget tuh casternya yang blonde, bacot.
Challenges after challenges.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty tough run. And
Kok nggak ada notif Yor di beranda YouTube-nya juga nggak ada? Masa sih? Masa? Masa sih guys? Emang nggak ada notif ya? Bentar. Siapa yang dapat motif, siapa yang enggak?
This year I think it has been a bit tough in the end because you know when you're inside a team already and like there's expectations, you start having some pressure, some stuff, and I think everybody on the team had pressure that we needed to qualify.
Dapat. Ada yang dapat tuh,
So I think
dapat.
that's why it was like
Bul lawan siapa Zeta?
I think the biggest like culture shock for you guys this year is
Yo lihat stream Indo. Kenapa stream Indo? Gak dapet Yo, soalnya gua matiin. Lol. Lebih lu. Yo basic kamu jadi host di VCT yang versi Indo. Iya kah? Anjay. Mana?
Esports akan melawan perwakilan asal.
Mana sih?
Iya dong, harus dong. Dan pastinya nih guys, buat teman-teman semuanya, para
Anjing dia mirip kayak dosen tai.
sosial media kita di YouTube kan.
Woi. Bisti gua jadi dosen anjir.
Which like forced us to have some discipline, which like was very important for us. That was like what was lacking for us.
Ngomong soal Instagram, kita juga ada giveaway.
I'm glad you mentioned that structure because the IGL issue, I think that's been a bit of a almost like a meme at this point when it comes to Team Liquid. But the last time I spoke to you, Scream, at LCQ, you said that pretty openly that you said it was not an easy job.
Malam sir malam. Aku mau jet. Dosen killer jadi dosen anjing. Iya cok.
Now, you know, after having been an IGL for a little bit with Team Liquid.
Well, I said it's difficult, but I still think it's okay. Like the most important for me is to have the trust of my teammates. You know, I know when I say something, people.
Anjay.
September.
Ganteng bet dah.
23.
Ya menurut lu menang Zeta apa Boom? Boom lah.
Langsung aja kalau kalian mau tahu info lebih lanjut.
Itu yang cosplay siapa Yor? Citam. Nggak tahu gua siapa.
@follower Indonesia _
Pokoknya cosplay sekarang Noxy random bet.
Kita Sebenarnya sih aku ya pengen ngebahas cepet-cepet ya, tapi kita mau ngebahas match yang kemarin ini. Ya, 2-0 nih, Exet dan Sersia. Sebenarnya Sersia tuh bisa sih, bisa banget, tapi ya nampaknya dari
Noxy kenapa jadi caster anjir, baru tau gue. Bukan caster itu, kayaknya jadi analis.
Dilihat ada Yoru yang di-pick di Icebox, kemudian ada Phoenix di-pick di Fracture, sampai ko Albert kemarin ngomong kayaknya pengen ngerubah ini aja gitu.
Kayak Asdos gini, iya kayak dosen anjay. Gokil, keren. Yang dulu map pick apa yang dimainin sama Boom. Kita lihat ZETA ya. Let me kita lihat ZETA ya. Nih, karena feeling gue dia bakal ban Breeze. Kenapa? Karena ZETA
pastinya ya Sersia meskipun dia pakai agent yang menurut kita kan enggak
nih karena Breeze dia
seperti itu pastinya mereka udah pasti siapin strat yang
nggak tahu lah
di pikiran mereka tuh pasti bisa menangin match lawan Exet kemarin.
Anjay.
Mungkin belum gimana ya ngomongnya, belum sepaham itu dengan agentnya ya mungkin ya kan kita juga nggak tahu antara mereka yang belum matang banget atau enggak Exet yang emang udah ngerti banget cara nge-counter kayak ibaratnya Yoru gitu kan. Kayak kita lihat juga kayak Peprex aja, Yorunya Peprex aja udah dikalahin 2 kali gitu.
Bentar ya, Boom.
Kayak sekarang orang-orang udah ngerti gimana Yoru tuh main dan udah tau lah gimana cara counternya supaya bisa ngalahin si Yoru ini yang pastinya selalu make a play lah gitu dengan dia yang bisa langsung TP cari kill
harusnya ya.
Tapi emang menurut gua sebenarnya Yorunya tuh lumayan work ya.
Kayaknya bisa jadi si ini pick fracture sih kayaknya ya. Feeling antara pick fracture kalau enggak
dari tim Exet, tapi Exetnya langsung bisa adaptasi sih menurut gua. Kayak ketika mereka sering banget nyimpen Hound. Kalau misalkan juga si Yorunya ada indikasi mau TP langsung di Hound. Jadi pasti tuh apakah dia fake TP, apakah dia beneran TP langsung ketahuan di sana. Dan si Zekennya sih yang lagi jadi nyebelin banget bagi Jadi menurut gue emang tingkat adaptasi dari Exet yang harus diacungi jempol, apalagi khususnya di map kedua di Ice.
Fracture sih feeling gue pick fracture kayaknya antara Boom ban fracture kalau enggak
hasil dari clutch gitu, jadi kebanyakan
fracture sih feeling gue ya kayaknya ya.
Wah, sebenarnya sangat menyayangkan khususnya untuk
kalau fracture bind sih mungkin ya. Mungkin.
Cuman karena ya momen-momen clutch.
Bisa lah ZETA kemarin aja kalau main TH. Bisa kok, bisa. ZETA ban Breeze atau Xbox. Kalau misalkan kita lihat Boom itu
ya lagi-lagi Breeze
ya auto ban apa ya?
Kemarin melawan Optik. Dan tapi masalahnya pas main
kita lihat dia ban Ascent. Ben Asen, Ben Asen. Wah, feeling kayaknya Boom bisa Ben Asen sih. Emang Asennya ZETA gimana? Asennya ZETA 74% sih. Ini Boom mungkin Ben Asen sih. Kalau kita lihat dia selalu Ben Asen ya. Boom Ben Asen, Ben Asen, Ben Asen. Pas kemarin Boom lawan Optik juga Ben Asen. Kemungkinan Ben Asen ya. Mungkin ya. Terus kalau misalkan kita lihat ZETA,
kayak match pertama dia sebelumnya
kalau kita lihat ZETA,
yang lawan Furia.
Iya, yang lawan Furia. Terus tiba-tiba ke comeback jadi 16-4. Sekarang DRX kembali lagi nge-comeback dengan posisi 12-9 ya. Terus sekarang
ZETA bandnya Breeze, band Bind juga. Ben Breeze. ZETA Ben Breeze. Iya nih. Pasti yang di ban nih Breeze sama Asen kayaknya sih. Fracture di pick sih sama ZETA kayaknya. Kalau Boom gua nggak tahu nih pick apa nih. Mungkin pick Bind mungkin kali ya. Mungkin bisa jadi kali, nggak tahu lah.
Adaptasinya pasti luar biasa cepat harusnya ya.
Dari asing kemarin gue bingung apa Boom selalu ban Asen. Mungkin Asen itu sebenarnya map susah sih menurut gue ya. Karena
dan gue kalau lihat coachnya gitu suka ada bukunya gitu kan. Jadi mungkin kalau agentnya ini tuh udah bisa ngelakuin ini gitu. Jadi kalau misalkan udah ketahuan default musuhnya, terus di call timeout dikasih tahu kan ke IGL-nya dan playernya kayak mereka tuh mainnya kayak gini. Jadi
Boom jelek di Asen, Boom lo Zeta dong. Gue Boom dan Evan sih, Bainnya udah kebacak ya. Mungkin ya antara Bain kalau nggak Evan, nggak tahu sih, kita lihat aja nanti lah. Tapi kemungkinan besar dia ban.
Dan kadang kita sudah melihat ya untuk
Kemungkinan besar Zeta bakal pick fracture kalau nggak di ban ya. Kalau misalkan Zeta, nih, menurut gue ya, kalau misalkan Zeta nggak apa misalkan kalau Boom ban Asen, dia pick fracture. Tapi kalau Boom ban fracture, dia pilih Asen Zetanya. Kayak gue kalau misalkan si Boom, gue nggak tahu dia bakal pick apa. Malam. Asen map sejuta. Sebenarnya Asen tuh map susah tau guys. Asen tuh map susah tau. Susah anjing, sumpah.
Ditandingkan teman-teman. Tapi ya kita berharap semoga mereka cepat membaik ya.
Boom pick Breeze. Zeta ban Breeze. Zeta ban Breeze sih. Kayak kalau misalkan kalau dia Zeta nggak ban Breeze,
kayak nggak enak ya nggak sih?
Nggak tahu sih dia bakal pick apa.
Kalau udah nggak enak.
Itu juga pernah turnamen pas COVID.
Oh ya pas COVID ya.
Oh iya kah?
Yang
Heaven or Icebox mungkin ya. Soalnya Icebox ya Zeta juga bagus sih, setahu gue deh. Enggak ya? Kita lihat nanti lah gimana lah.
itu satu ya.
Lihat nanti ya gimana. Boom mungkin pick, ya nggak tahu sih. Lihat nanti aja. Mungkin kemungkinan besar ya fracture or Essence sih di pick sama Zeta, karena dari kemarin tuh Boom tuh ban Asen terus. Tahu-tahu pick Pearl ya nggak ada yang tahu kan, ini kan cuma prediksi doang. Prediksi berdasarkan statistik. Menang Boom bang, Zeta lagi turun. Amin. Doakan aja. Boom menang.
Tetap bersama kita di Valorant Champion Istanbul 2022.
Oh iya, Zeta selalu ban Breeze year, iya. Itu Noxy, iya Noxy. Mau tanya kenapa map sih di remove dari turni dan kompe ya? Karena lagi di rework dan Pearl baru muncul kan. Kalau misalkan Pearl ikut juga jadinya 8 guys. 8 map kan nggak bisa. Harusnya 7 max. Kalau Boom kalah balik ya. APAC masih komplit ya. APAC masih komplit tapi di lower semua. Map yang di ban terkadang disimpan buat save strats kah? Enggak juga sih, tergantung sih. Tapi gue nggak pernah kayak orang gila lagi di turnamen gede kayak gini lu ban map terkuat lu sih, kayak impossible anjing. Kayak gini kan lu mainnya sekarang udah ada kayak band terkuat. Nih, sebenarnya kalau misalkan lu lihat ya, kalau misalkan kayak tipe-tipe Peprex, tipe-tipe Extend lagi ngomongnya apa sih? Timnya namanya Sersia. Itu mereka semua map bisa. Yang bakal di ban itu yang ini, yang musuh map terkuatnya misalkan ban. Musuh ban tuh kuat banget, pasti di ban. Walaupun sebenarnya Sersia or Peprex bannya jago, ngerti gak sih? Kayak mereka tuh ban map terkuat musuh gitu. Karena mereka semua map ya jago gitu. Rata-rata kayak gitu guys. Nah kalau misalkan di Boom ini kan ban Asen kan. Ban Asen. Kayak dulu waktu kemarin Persija kenapa sih picknya, kenapa sih main Asen terus. Karena kita nggak pernah maksudnya split kita lebih cacat daripada Asen. Makanya kalau lu pada ngomong kan lu lihat nih, ya. Kalau misalkan lu lihat Persija yang kalah itu guys. Split kita cacat banget, sumpah. Lebih cacat daripada Asen. Makanya kenapa kita lu lihat nih, kita bandnya tuh split semua. Nih. Tuh, band split. Oh, ini bind nih. Dia soalnya kita tahu Dewa tuh nggak main split. Tuh, band split. Ini karena kita tahu high-nya juga high-nya nggak main split. Tuh, band split. Semuanya kan pada pick Asen kan. Kenapa sih kayak banyak banget yang komen kan? Kenapa sih mainnya di Asen terus? Karena split kita lebih kacau anjing.
Hagen, they want to make another deep run like they did in Reykjavik. However, Loud had other things to say on that day one. But Josh, as ZETA Division team, I feel like we haven't really seen.
Padahal mau kecil tapi tai ya split iya. Sakit mata gue biasa. Tapi kalau Jepang kenapa di split mulu bang? I don't know man. Ya tim Indo gue perhatiin belum banget Asen.
They've got a good matchup here.
Anjay, Yvonne.
They have to develop into that team that we've seen, you know, months ago.
Yeah, we're hoping to see them renew, but what they brought into this event is something new, something different. It looked actually in that first match like they were trying to pivot away from their former style. They're generally a slow, defaulty attacking team, but in this matchup, they went for the pace. They picked into these compositions that mandated it, and it wasn't really working out for them.
No, I mean, you can see there, they had these kind of executes where depth goes in, and the trading just wasn't.
Kenapa nggak pede di split ya? Regionnya kurang pas kak, karena kita latihan tuh bener-bener terbantai mau lawan siapapun tuh kayak kalah terus, jadi kayak Essen kita masih menang-menang, jadi ngerasa kayak split kita kayak cacat sih. Jadi ya jadi kita nggak pernah ban Asen.
That's even when they were getting dominated last champions, by the way. Last champs they went 0-2, and Laz was still putting up numbers. And I don't mean that as disrespect to Sugar Zero either, who I still think is another top tier.
Rambut kosnya ZETA klimis terus. Nah nggak ya? Jangan sotoy, apaan sih jangan sotoy? Aduh.
Yeah, I do really want to see them start to up that pace. So we got a taste of that in the clip, and I think that if they're able to do that, Mimi, as well with the way that Laz is playing, then there's a very strong chance that this team can make that deep Reykjavik run again.
Yeah, absolutely. I think their defensive.
Ya udah dari besti divisi tahun ini ya tadi udah lihat. Yakin menang beberapa. Yakin menang berapa bang ya? 2-1 sih harusnya. Kalau scrim gitu bener-bener keluarin setelah terbaik apa enggak bang ya? Iya dong. Kalau misalkan lu simple slot buat apa lu latihan anjing? Kalau ada yang pick plus sih gila ya, nyawa tinggal satu gambling. Nggak juga sih kalau misalkan emang udah persiapin per ya nothing tulus anjing. Main kayak gini. Ngomong apa sih lu Jon? Nggak paham gua. Mikir aja sendiri dah kalau lu nggak paham ya. Kalau lu masih nggak bisa paham ya udah. Udah alt F4 aja lu, tidur di rumah, besok sekolah. Jangan lupa gosok gigi ya. Kamu kan masih SD, coba jangan lupa sikat gigi ya.
Just pistols, and they're rotating really, really fast on the other side of the map because they've already got some information with a knife. This is going to net them.
Sama jangan lupa tulis agenda besok ya, agenda. Besok ada apa aja, PR sosiologi, PR matematika, nah lu tulis ya, jangan lupa di agenda.
He doesn't want to throw his nade here, he wants to rotate in the back of sight, actually delay lane instead. Right as that smoke or the flash goes out, the haunt is really good on top of this wall, right at the top. And it gets Sugar Zero kill, but this smoke.
Songong lu bangsat, bacot lu goblok lu. Cabut aja lu dari sini anjing.
Who uses the smoke by dashing through. You just saw him on the screen.
Ya kalau streamer paling ramai dibanding yang lain jelas.
Because Aspas is definitely going to try to get inside of that. As soon as he spots him, Crow sends out a prowler.
Kemarin lu kemarin map boom map 3 lawan optik udah kena mental enggak sih Yor? Enggak juga sih. Enggak tahu sih.
So these types of transition smokes from
Yor, kamu keren tapi enggak tahu Yopat. Siapa sih Yopat? Tai dah. Yopat. SD mah sosiologi bodo amat, PKN kayak apalah. Penjaskes. Hari ini nobar boom aja tuh yang lain juga. Gue pengen nonton EDG sih, tapi ada MU Arsenal. Gue penasaran anjing. Ya ZETA itu misi perusahaan apa ya? Ini kayaknya nggak tahu gue. Nuklir kali. Nobar boom doang enggak? Gue pengen nonton EDG TL sih. Penasaran. Yang lain dibayar langsung nembak ya. Kalau lu malah nyuruh tidur. Apa ya sih? Ya kalau nonton visi di channel followernya langsung itu ada connect riot akun itu buat apa nih? ya. Buat dapetin nggak tahu gue dapetin apa. Ada ya PPKN nih, bukan PKN, bodo amat. Di sekolah gue PKN emang kenapa nggak senang lu anjing. Bacot nih cross curtain nih babi lu. Banyak bacot tai lu. Asal menang Yor, lu harus respect ke Coach Justin. Tau lah. Yopas player Dota 2 boom. Bukan, ini Yopas pakai D sama Z jing, bukan pakai J. Beda lagi orangnya. Gak usah nonton MU Arsenal, udah ditahu yang win Arsenal. Bos Russia, anjas. Kalau misalkan MU menang gimana? Dihina karena miskin. Ingat, gula enggak, dia nggak ada. Kenapa gitu? Mau siapa tapi kopi ada, ya kan? Mikir apa sih? Yo, lu masih minat sama Prosin Valo nggak sampai 2027? Goblok 2027. Ayo Bu menang, langsung menang duluan. Jam 10 Arsenal nih, gokil. Gokil, Arsenal banget nih bro.
Thank you so much for that breakdown, Bala. Now let's go ahead and turn the page a little bit over to Boom. Kind of like how Dominic turned on Rey Mysterio yesterday. Am I right, Mimi?
Sure.
Yes, right. We were all very excited to see what this Indonesian team could do in their debut on the international stage. And yes, there was the infamous fracture debacle, Mimi, but they did.
Gua gabung member lu kalau MU menang. Bener ya, bos rahasia kita tandai ya guys ya, kita tandai ya. Member yang mana? Sepingin-pinginnya Boom menang, entah kenapa rasanya Zeta yang menang. Emang lu suka Persib, Yor? Nomor MU anda kangen Boom guys. Arsenal easy win Yor gak? Nontonnya di mana MU Arsenal yang gratis? Bayar! Video tuh gratis. Nonton lu sama di
that's kind of how you have to approach it, right? Like, don't get me wrong, you know you're playing up against some of the best players in the world here, right? The competition is the tightest it's ever been, but you have to go at these people like you do not respect them. Otherwise, like, they're gonna walk all over you.
Ya, nggak nambah dong member lu kalau gitu. Ya elah Kaniki, lu siap-siap aja pulang. MU menang ini. Biasanya di Discord ada yang stream. Belum mulai matchnya udah panas saya nih. Oh bacot nih Andrew, goblok. Ada gratis komentar Arab, mau Yor minum kecap dulu biar chill. Minum kecap muka lu, gua kecapin muka lu anjing. Mau lo apa nggak kepikiran? Bacot Yor anjing, lu bacot anjing. Ibrahim Baim tai lu. Lu yang bacot anjing, sabar. Ibrahim Baim. Coba tanya aja, tanya Coach Yasin, kan akrab. Coach Yasin mah MU dihina mulu. Kalau Arsenal menang jadiin gue moderator. Lu sape anjing nyuruh-nyuruh gue babi. Sape. Orang dari tadi Arsenal yang dugulkan, kenapa yang jadi Arsenal menang gue harus kasih lo moderator. Kalau misalkan MU menang baru kocak lu. MU menang, Kaniki give member 10. Yor, gue pernah partian sama Coach Bali, mantap. Mana kecap yang lu taruh di atas PC Yor, mungkin itu bisa jadi jimat buat Boom. Bacot! Tapi Yor, kalau begitu ada yang mau main ditunggu ya, masih tunggu sukses dalam bisnis yang sangat menyenangkan Yor. Guys, ini mola kita TO aja kali ya guys ya. Gue capek banget anjing. Gue udah ngomong panjang lebar, dia tuh gak ada makna gitu. Mau kita TO ya? Songong kau idiot. Alah bacot lu, black hole tai kuda. Apa sih? Songong kau idiot. Apa sih ngomong apa sih lu? Lu sana lu bikin agenda dulu lu, tai. Masukin buku cetak, jangan lupa ya, buku cetak sama buku itu. Apa sih namanya? Buku yang ada gambar bola itu loh. Itali, Jerman. Nah, dulu tuh. Ya, lu sana tulis dulu lu, buka catatan ya, bangke. Tai lu. Sana nggak usah bacot lu. Beli dulu sana ke toko apa kek, yang toko Buku tulis yang ada gambar Itali, Jerman, Spanyol tuh lu beli anjing, nggak usah banyak bacot. Sama penggarisnya rotring kalau bisa ya. Ya prize pool champion berapa Yor? 100 juta. 100 juta dolar. Coach Bali sama Coach Yasin kalau one by one mana-mana Yor? Of course. Apa dulu nih bola? Yor prediksi skor berapa Yor? 2-1. Mereknya Kiki. Yor gue mau nanya Boom kalau naik tim Liquid sama Paperx jadi nggak ya bisa jadi?
And for the Zeta players, they're just trying to show that what they had at Reykjavik, that magical moment, was not just a one-off, and that they can do that internationally again. But for Boom, this is your first chance and your last chance at the very same opportunity.
Yeah, very interesting situation they find themselves in. So look, earlier we took a poll. We asked you guys which team you'd rather buy merch from. Oh, actually, no, that was not. That's.
Ya dulu dia pipi ikut terus gak? Nggak tahu. Gua nggak perhatiin sih. Yang jelas gue pakai baju, udah kecil, udah bisa. Yang lama-lama udah gombrong sekarang. Soalnya kasih sih itu Chambermain. Chambermain anjing. Tai lah. Mending Boom menang apa Zeta kalah Yor, please jawab. Menurut lu gimana? Menurut lu itu dua-duanya sama bangsat. Gue gampar lu ya. Yor gue kok mulai suruh cepetan. Yang mana gue tahu lah. Tanya mereka jangan tanya gue. Tai gue cuma stream doang. Gue bukan organizernya bangke. Gue gampar ya satu-satu. Yor subaton kapan besok? Yor pukul dong itu samsak di belakang lu. Siapa yang nyuruh gue babi? Aduh Boom dikit banget vote-nya. Kekuatan ini Jepang. Yor lu nge-gym angkat beban apa jadi beban? Lu beban keluarga, tai. Sana lu. Nyusul dulu yang benar, tai. Banyak ngomong anjing. Reaksi Boom 413 Zeta, voting doang nggak ngaruh. Yor nanti kalau misalnya alah tai lu bacot mula. Yor gym pakai PT nggak? Udah nggak. Yo itu di mana tandingnya? Di langit. Yo itu judul live lu Jepangnya nggak ada tutup kurung. Bodoh amat. Tai lu. Ini Jordan bacot anjing. Untung hijau tai. Bihun sama mie kalau dicampur kue jadi apa Yor?
Kalau lawan Zeta,
bodo amat.
Boom, kalau lawan Zeta sih kita confident banget.
Play together, we win together, we lose together.
初戦負けはゼータあるあるなんで、ゼータはこれからなので絶対倒します。
There's obviously a lot of pressure on these teams here to keep themselves alive in this tournament.
特别想比赛遇到的 Team Liquid 的 Scream。
Very excited for ADG to be at this tournament.
Yo terakhir komunikasi sama Famos kapan? Waktu dia lolos champion. Waktu kemarin menang 3-1 lawan Onyx.
你等着，我们会惩罚你的。
I hope you guys don't cross my crosshair.
Yo Bani kalau tambah Fikri jadi apa Yor? Bihun goreng apa mie goreng? Nih, Yor kalau Boom kenapa ya Yor? Deadlift berapa Yor? Dapat lupa gua. Dia ngasih tahu bener anjing. JP lu nggak ada tutup kurung. Ya ini mana moderator gua dong, tolong. Nih moderator gua hilang semua nih. Nih besok gua inilah gua sikat bersih lah moderator gak berguna anjing. Ntar gua cari moderator baru aja. Jerry MC welcome. Thank you bro. Mantap. Ntar gue bersihin moderator tai. Gue bangkitin moderator yang baru. Apa sih Yor tai? Apa lu galbis lu ngatain tai lu ya? Lu sape? Anjing juga lu ya. Canda. Pesan buat Famos kalau nonton ini Yor. Pesan buat Famos kalau nonton ini Yor. Woi Fikri main yang bener tai. Nggak sih, sebenarnya dia udah benar sih. Carry yang banyak burut 40 gitu, 50 lah. Lu pro player kok nonton aja. Bacot tuh sambar roa. Emang kenapa? Gue mau nonton kek, mau main kek, mau tanding kek, suka-suka gue, urusan lu apa? Kocak lu. Nyokap gue juga yang nggak suruh gue apa-apa juga. Kenapa lu suruh gue? Kenapa lu nggak suka sama gue? Udah lu sono nyusu aja lu anjing, gue udah bilang lu. Alt F4, matiin shutdown. Ya kalau enggak tutup HP lu. Lihat agenda ada PR apa yang harus lu kerjain ya, matematika tuh lu kerjain tai.
Yeah, and ZETA aren't great at Ascent. I think ZETA have a fairly obvious pick right now. You know, you watched Boom beat Optic. You gotta get Breeze out of there, I think. You don't want Tebatol going
Aku manjain muatnya bilang sama aku bangga, bodo amat. Anjing gue bener ngamuk-ngamuk kayak anjing. Bang itu kamu di rumah atau base camp Persija? Di langit. Berisik lu Yor, lu berisik mau lah babi lu. Lu cabut lu tai. Anak kali. Bah Coach Jasin dulu dong. Oke siap. Ini dulu Coach Jasin dulu bro ini. Halo. Loh. Kok ngehang? Bisa dengerin Oke. Thank you coach. Emang viewer gue emang bangsat cute. Emang tai. Thank you coach.
Halo Yor, ini saran penting buat lu. Gak usah dengerin netizen, yang penting lu happy, do what you wanna do.
I like this pick. ZETA has shown a willingness to float it. Boom has said in interviews that they didn't really get a chance to scrim Pearl before they got to this event, so their preparation there is a little bit unknown. It's going to be very curious to see what ZETA has cooked up as a solution to this map.
Yeah, that is so interesting. I mean, we've seen no duelist comms, we've seen Neon, we've seen Raze fade. We don't
editan ya elah.
Out of all of those different picks.
Sampai gue foto Bokas Justin gimana? Yang bilang editan, gue udah screenshot ya. Gue screenshot nih tai. Gue ingetin bangsat.
And then you also have Fracture in the mix where ZETA Division have looked fairly good, but they were playing that weird fast comp that didn't look great. I am surprised to see Boom get rid of Bind though, because I thought, despite the fact that Boom got rocked by Optic, their Bind domestically has actually looked quite good. We're going to end up going to Fracture, so we get to see ZETA on a map they like, but with a strange composition that doesn't really suit their style.
Yeah, we kind of already talked about some of the woes that they had on the attacking side of that map. So I'm really hopeful that they have worked those out if we do come down to that decider. But rewinding earlier in this pool, we start off with Haven, which should be a fairly solid map for Boom, but it's also a comfortable one for ZETA Division. And then Pearl is just such a big question mark. I think ZETA comes out with a fairly substantial advantage in this, considering they've shown the willingness to head to Pearl, and they get that Fracture as the decider.
Yeah, it should be a massive advantage for ZETA Division in the map vetoes, but that is using the assumption that they're actually going to be favored on Pearl, and we don't really know anything.
I still don't feel comfortable here for ZETA. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I feel like this match can really be a toss-up.
That's because ZETA have shown us one flash of brilliance in the entirety of this team. I mean, that's just how it is. They've had that insane run at Reykjavik.
Gua tandai bangsat-bangsat ini ya.
Look, the map picks are in, and we're going to see ZETA and Boom take the stage. So don't go anywhere, folks. Valorant Champions continues after this short break.
Pokoknya ini orang lagi kenapa sih Cok, ngamuk mulu, bacot anjing lu. La 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 la. Itu lu bayar berapa Yor? Muka lu gue bayar anjing. Jangan lupa minum ya biar gak capek ngamuknya. Bagus Rizky Apal, tai juga lu. Yo info makanin jakpus yang menurut gue lapar. Fix bukan editan yang malah bisa ngedit video untuk orang yang ngedit pakai pen. Bacot anjing. Bacot. Tai juga lu Kaniki. Yorko nggak ada penonton sih, itu kacau kesana ngapain? Setahu gue penonton. Jun, welcome bro, thank you bro. Setahu gue tuh berisik lu Kevin, pokoknya kalau nggak diiten ya gaptek. Terbukti dari kompetensi. Yor pengen di TO. TO gue Yor, oke.
Welcome back everyone to Valorant Champions. Oh, we know what you want.
Bayor, gue di Berlin nih. Besok ke Istanbul kalau Bang Bani masuk playoff. Mau diapain di stage? Anjay! Gokil! Gue ikut dong.
Survival, here's ZETA and boom.
Cara jadi member tapi gratis gimana Yor? Bacot. Yor, lu orang paling jahat yang pernah gue liat bacot tuh. Ya kenapa Ena suka banget Breeze? Nggak tahu. Kalau gitu kenapa kacau kesana sekarang nggak nanti pas playoff? I don't know man, I don't know.
Famous. Yes.
Yor jangan marah mulu, ingat umur. Thank you Yanto, mantap. Koko Yor, Koko sudah punya pacar belum? Kenapa memang? Udahlah. Jelas. Tarita KH. Yorko nggak main di champion, bacot. Dari sini kelihatan bahwa Yor ternyata nggak keras soal teman-teman PSG ya. Kenapa memang? Sebentar satu sih tidak ramah, bacot.
Table 2.
Anjing si besok pakai jet apa beli dulu dia beli dulu anjing. Yor lu nggak diajak ke Istanbul apa gimana Yor? Diajak cuman gue waktu itu ke Bali dan mager. Mau saving money gue bro, saving money. Saving money bro.
All right, here we go. Both of these teams now looking to keep themselves alive in this competition.
Lu kenapa datang-datang? Kocak lu Bang Dre, tai lu. Anjing apa sih besok Yor mau merit soalnya jet grafik Pentium izin off. Yor hemat mau nikah tonton Yor mini sama ayangnya lah bro. Mager sama pelit beda tipis lo. Ya kenapa emang kalau gua pelit? Kenapa lu gak suka anjing? Apa urusan lu? Ya pas gua mau pelit gua gak keluarin duit buat ke Turki. Kalau misalkan ke Jepang gua baru dah gua gas anjing. Emang kenapa sih? Tai ya. Lu orang apa sih? Gua ke Turki tuh seakan kayak harga apa tiketnya tuh murah tai. Bangke ya.
That we're not going to see them collapse. They know that they can't respect their opponents too much. They're going up against.
Gua kalau misalkan ke Jepang baru deh gua gas aja. Ke Jepang beli majalah FV. GT jadi jamet gitu. Bang Yor, ayang gua dukungnya Derex, gua harus apa? Ya udah.
Yeah, it's a very interesting situation for Boom here because they have that upset potential. I know they.
Ngapain pakai baju Boom Yor lah? Ini menadakan gue mendukung Boom bro. Nih lu lihat nih Boom. Boom.
No. Let me get this very straight. ZETA are winning this game in my opinion.
Okay.
And they're going to start out smoking on Haven.
He's trying to appeal to the audience.
Zeta Division's Haven has looked fantastic. Domestically, the Neon comp that they run on this map has been annihilated.
Lu nge-jinx, bukan salah gua anjing, mana ada gua. Gua juga penonton. Yor BM bakal menang gak? Jawab sejujurnya. Harusnya bisa menang. Kalau misalkan harusnya bisa menang sih. Harusnya ya. Tergantung aja nih, tergantung. Buka bajier biar gak kena curse. Gak apa-apa. Bukan gak apa-apa deh. Gak apa-apa sih. Maksudnya, aku kan ini mendukung. Gak apa-apa sih.
Yeah, Sugar Zero's Astra is definitely his best. It's much better than his Omen in my opinion. But if the Omen fits with the composition more, and that's kind of what we were talking about. You have to lean into the comps, and the same aggressive style that was looking messy for them, and they didn't commit to it fully on Fracture. They are amazing out on Haven, so that shouldn't be a problem to start.
Yeah, and over on the side of Boom Esports,
Nge-curse ZETA loh, nge-curse ZETA maksudnya. Dia nggak tahu kekuatan guys. Kekuatan gue pakai baju Boom, mereka nggak tahu ZETA loh. Lu asik. Bacot nih, pada bacot-bacot, mending kita dengerin lagu dulu dah. Ayo, Bandre, putar lagu.
Really looking forward to Haven. We haven't seen Zeta play this competition on the global stage before.
Tergantung faktor Saweria nggak sih, jelas.
Well, here we go. Let's get this match underway. Send it over to our board certified commentators. That's right, they took an exam. Here's Doug and Ball.
Bangsa bisa gitu anjing, yoi. Ini mana marketing guys. Marketing. Bisik anjing apa sih? Ini Amer kita apain nih guys? Ini banyak bacot nih anjing nih, bisik-bisik. Udah berasa kayak lu siapa anjing? Lu presiden bukan, lu kocak. Tai. Bacot nih Amer nih, tai. TO nggak sih? TO ya bang. Emang ini Amer tai lu ya, nggak usah so asik di sini lu tai.
For these two teams, it is elimination. It is so much. The end of the year is on the line. So let's see what comes out.
Bacot anjing.
Haven's the first thing that comes out in this best of 3. Boom starting off on the attacking
Let's
side.
go, Boom!
We saw them really
Boom! Boom! Rizky Akmal, lu siapa yang nyuruh lu Teo siapa?
Zeta again traditionally very good regionally. I think at Reykjavik this is one of the
anjing banget gak sih streamer ini? Tai banget gak?
Has been on point so far this tournament and regionally. Not going to find an entry so far on the pistol though.
No, he was not on point there at all. Still has one shot left in that headhunter. Flip side are feeling a little bit of pressure come up across the middle of the map. You see them, they're all swarming their way in. The thing is,
almost.
You gotta be careful
Nice.
Got Blaze King who's watching.
Dapat side. Nice. Iya.
They could get by without actually.
Iya.
And the timing
oh shit, timingnya.
And the angle too.
Wah, anjing timingnya.
Tuck against that wall as tight as you can there, big fella. Famous now waiting for the pressure.
Ayo, Fik.
And it is.
Aduh, Fikri.
Little warning shot now. His position's given away.
Aduh, nice.
Woo!
Mantap.
And the rest of the team, including Berserker, just able to hold the line themselves. Sugar Zero on the site.
Nice. Oh!
I really hope that pistol round's not what's going to set the tone.
Ada Sang Ahmad.
I'm already getting flashbacks of Exeter shit. Either way, I think the way that Blaze King played that very, very good.
Nice.
Spotted them a little earlier. Gave Zeta the false sense of security on that flank that was going to come unexpected. That was going to come as a surprise to them. But Famous was ready.
Anjing, Badi mau bacotin tapi. Discord mana?
And we do have a couple rifles here for Boom. So heavy investment on the second round.
Hey, ole, ole, ole. Hello.
It seems like for now Zeta are mulling over the possibility of going through mid again.
Anjay. Manway, cabut tujuh, tempat lagi ada judinya. Oke. Dasar penjudi.
Maybe 10 could follow up, and they might peek window here. But with that drone, I think Laz heard it. They're going to rotate over to A. There's nothing there right now.
Yoi.
Doing a great job keeping Zeta back.
Suara Valo-nya kecilan ya?
At the same time, Zeta feels like they're not budging too much aside from Laz. Who might walk into a surprise here with all 4 players more towards the left side of the map.
Buset semuanya dikeluarin anjir.
Dustin nggak beli.
Iya. Mahal soalnya. BBM naik soalnya. Iya.
Wah.
Crow still has his C's. He still has
Loh,
2 problems.
kan BBM naik, gak salah kan? Kan real kan? Benar.
That fault line is good, but the
arahnya
paranoia
mau
is even
kritik
better.
tadi
He
ya.
hits the wall. You see the dash has to be used by Berserk to get into Cubby, so he cannot use that to go in aggressively.
Anjing.
Berserk tries to go up top. He's pulled.
Wah, bahaya banget.
How much more can Depp find? Still trying to spam through the rifles, finally starting to do so.
Waduh, 1 lawan 1. Waduh, kena drifting.
With that one headhunter bullet at the end of the round.
That was really close at the end, but ZETA makes the perfect read and they save all of the utility they need for those final moments where the execute was actually coming in. With 30 seconds left, boom, pivot, way too late.
Ketarik tadi kena.
Iya, ketarik ya.
They did make a pivot away from where there was already a stack. It's just too slow going around into C-Long. And they all got seized, they all got stunned up by Depp. They all got.
Tenang guys, 4 kata lucu, 4 kata lucu. Enggak deh, enggak kan enggak pistol, Ita.
Sandalnya itu tadi, aduh.
Itu smoke situ buat apaan tuh? Itu buat apa ya, smoke city ya? Buat tembus ya?
Biar overthinking aja.
Loh.
Really nice there, ZETA. Finding the value out of the rifles and
Yoi.
Clean too.
Gila, ZETA rapi banget mainnya anjing. Nembak apa anjir?
That's fine, he didn't die. Most important.
Ya, bersih.
Keeps the rifle. ZETA.
Diam kamu, saya jadi ayang aku aja, bacot lu. Cabut aja lu tai. Siapa lu? Anjing, bisa-bisanya lu.
Blaze King all the way top C-Long, almost netted him the Sugar Zero kill, which you saw how he was impactful late in the round.
Tapi dapat plan sih. Bagus.
So some elements of success from Boom, and they'll definitely have a healthy buy here.
Gak apa-apa, anggap aja tadi kalah pistol round.
I'm curious though because there wasn't a true plan outside of let's try to get the spike down.
Iya, kaya banget ya anjing.
There was a solo play on 2 sides of the maps. So
soalnya BBM nggak mahal kalau di sana ya.
Let's see if the
iya, orang pada jalan kaki sama naik MRT semua. MRT-nya ini semua kena. Jakbar nggak ada MRT, adanya M24.
Oh my goodness.
Very good call.
45 deh. Anjing. Wah gila, bahaya banget ini mainnya Boom nih.
Agresif ya?
Iya, agresif banget. ZETA-nya juga.
Right from the onset. That's a good way to get back into it because they maintain the space on the back of them.
Ini mapnya Boom lagi.
Be stuck in a pinch anymore, but they still have to deal with the Laz op. And ZETA is actually re-peeking long A. That's going to get him a lot of information, but in a situation
bagus nih Crow nih, nge-push terus tadi. Aduh. Wah gila. Sang Ahmad tolol banget Boom, bawa Indo aja di champion jadi badut, mending gak usah ikut champion kalau jadi bahan ebolan. Bacot lu Ahmad tai kuda lu aja kemarin nanya gimana cara naikin rank tai. Mana dukung malah bacot anjing. Goblok anjing. Blok.
Josh was mentioning on the desk his first kill stats were really poor against Optic for the entry player. So the fact that he goes down there on a play that he did have a 1v1, it was disadvantaged, but still.
Careful here, Depp. Chooses not to buy, only has a frenzy, and again, he has that ult.
Kemudian di store lu nggak ada yang ngajak main yuk.
Kenapa?
Biasanya tim Indo, kalau tim Indo main ada yang min 1 silver, min 1 gold.
Happy with it, except for the fact that Berserk does have his knives up, so this could still be a very dangerous round.
Kalau bang tadi nafas lepas baju 2 juta anjing. Apa lu suruh gua? Donate dulu, buka baju baru.
Doesn't matter anyways.
The op beats both.
That's down before it even starts. Great flash again. What a good support player.
Yeah, he's playing very well.
Oh, ulti ya itunya.
That's
Kok
already
pakai frenzy
2
dong?
flashes that he's found value immediately, and it's not on the Astra that he's typically playing.
Santai guys, ini baru awal aja. Boom itu panasnya telat.
Really came online. He was a big reason why ZETA played as well as they did.
Telat ini udah last match nih.
Tapi gue ngerasa si ZETA tuh ya, Jepang tuh lagi naik banget sih, gila dari kemarin. Jepang tuh selalu di ini tau, di underestimate.
And it started at this position, right? Lower bracket.
Anjing, nice Fikri.
It's a good shot at 14 seconds. There you are. Gonna get this fight down somehow. This is actually a round that's very doable. 2 rifles now.
And they do have Crow spotted. Fame's trying to cut off the rotations. Find themselves in the Prowler. Forward. Blaze on the swing. The Guardian not initially landing, but it does the second time around. Now Blaze left alone.
Berusaha Tin. Aduh, ente Tin, ente. Good Tiko sih. Gutiko sih.
Calm and collected for ZETA. They just group up, try to take it really fast.
Dia mau bugil lebih di
all that space that Boom gained by having Famous lurk into that site.
Kalau Boom juara, gua bugil anjing depan istana.
Didn't really matter.
Boom juara, gua pikir Boom menang anjing. Kalau juara
still finding form. He hasn't dropped that off a single time so far.
Kaniki lem.
And one already.
Very good signs.
Kalau menang minimal istana boneka lah ya di Dufan.
Iya.
Aduh, kena sate kemarin kena.
With Lies starting to heat up on the op.
Komen paling anjing. Nggak peduli gue lu begila banget itu lu kecil.
Like absolutely slapped around. It was 43-6 in their sniper kills.
That's not good. That's not good.
So they clearly were struggling with him. Let's see if Lies can do the same to them. But also, what are they going to do to actually deal with that massive hole, massive leak in their play?
Well, I think this interesting thing too is it's not like they didn't try to push off, have there. They took flash down low so that they could, in theory, push Laz off of that angle if he had it. He's just playing that off angle as soon as the flash goes off, then he swings. It's well played by Laz.
Anjing dah.
Yeah, he's stoic in the off angles too. He'll find any sort of place where he can hide. Cloud was doing a good job of actually making sure he had to TP off his angles first, so at least he doesn't have a first rendezvous to use. But he still did such a good job against Loud, at least defensively.
Sorry, I know you're like deep in the analysis or whatever, and I'm just like enamored with the stage.
You haven't seen it enough times?
Oh man, it's way bigger this time.
The gold does look nice.
The gold looks so clean. We got a tech pause going on here, gear, which can mean anything. But as soon as we get the
menurut lu performa Berserk gimana nih, nggak belum kelihatan. Kayaknya dia feeling gue dia harus AWP sih. Oh enggak, dia attacker ya, sorry.
Dia main CS ya,
jarang gue nyebut operator anjing. Baca komen aing, semua sekarang lu gak ingat sama aing, belum makan. Nama lu aja belum makan, kocak. Gua nggak pernah ada dulu belum makan, jangan sosok dah, tai. Bangke lu ya. Ya tadi dia bilang mau cari DC lu kalau Boom menang, gua gampar langsung gua delete accountnya, langsung gua. Ayo boleh, gua videoin, gua viralin anjing sampai lu di penjara bangke.
There's plenty of time still for strat discussions, and I'm sure they're having them as soon as they figure out what the tech issue is, and we'll see. I mean, it's gear.
We told you that. We'll take a look at this thrifty one more time.
Wah ini sayang sih anjing bisa kena thrifty tai jadi 4-1.
With the reads.
I think the read is key, and I want to go back to Berserk not having his dash to get onto site. He had to use it.
Matanya langsung, matanya viewer tai, matanya udah pasti kemana-mana anjing. Kalau ada itu ya langsung.
Mata apa tuh?
Matanya.
Saw the watch party there for a second too.
Yeah.
It's nice to see. Actually, both of these teams probably
Matamu tuh. Kamu lihat-lihat cewek ya?
They're up there in the nighttime.
Itu viewer.
Plenty of people.
Bacot anjing mata lu. Bayar kata mamaku kalau sering mabar nanti cepet tua. Kicep langsung mata kalu kali Yor. Padahal dia yang gitu. Ente kadang-kadang ente boom. Berisik lu Yor. Bacotnya anjing. Lu nggak usah so asik lah di sini ya. Lu abu-abu lu nggak usah so asik di sini anjing.
Di sini yang boleh so asik tuh hanya Ijo. Ijo dan
so asik dah lu tai.
And we're hoping that they can perform well. I mean, we listened a little bit to what Flipsider had to say. A lot of the players were talking about how, you know, they lost, they're sad, but they're also happy that they got their first international game under their belt. And they took 3 maps. The second 2 maps, maybe they weren't as clean.
Halo. I love you, Yor. Gokil.
And they won it. That's certainly impressive. That's certainly something to be proud of already.
I am being told by the good people behind the
nonton sama siapa ya? Ramalita sama Kaniki. Yor lu ganteng malam ini Bisma moderator. Bacot lu. Ini game ML ya posnya lama. Biasa kalau technical issue ML apa ya guys? HP ya? HP nge-hang ya kali ya? Atau overheat? Kalau komputer kan banyak anjing. Mouse-nya error lah, monitornya error lah, nge-freeze lah, blue screen lah, blue diamond lah, apa segala macem. LC-nya kena, lag, HP kentang, pilih pause, single dong nyor. HP-nya butut, Yor suka buka baju pasti boom menang. Bicit, bayar anjing.
That's a really good point too because I think that was the story the entire
time. Di telepon namanya biasanya makanya tag pause.
Went down immediately. 2 DRX at Reykjavik. Every game after that felt like they just took the power from the team.
Oh, yang tag pause sih ini David.
So many new things. And then
David PC-nya ini.
DRX right back.
Kentang katanya, kentang.
Over and over you saw them improve. So let's see who's the team that's going to do that most because both of them certainly need it. We haven't seen Haven yet from these teams.
First class atau enggak leg ya, please lepas jersey lu bayar. Kenapa sih? Orang gua dukung kok. Tidur dia. Woi kerja anjing lu dibayar. Malah tidur kocak nih, kocak gaming lu, coach tai. Anjing dia dibayar buat tidur bangke, apalagi lagi turnamen kayak gini bisa-bisa tidur, tai. Bisa-bisanya dia makin banyak juta anjing. Wah dia ngatain guys, berarti guys. Dia tidur, ZETA masih bisa mimpin, wah tai sih. Gue report sih.
Gila ya.
Provokator anjing.
We have more Istanbul cats to take a look at. See, there was a story
lagi momen penting terus tidur tuh kayak siapa ya?
On the desk when we looked
siapa
at
ya?
that cat that Mimi had a picture of. That same cat that assaulted Achilles also attempted to assault.
Oh, gue paham kayak maksud lu.
Cat-like reaction moment.
Kayaknya gue paham maksud lu deh. Bahas yang di atas sana ya? Enggak ya? Oh.
Enggak lah. Udah bangun tuh.
Udah bangun tuh, iya. Lumayan lah 1 menit 2 menit tidur.
I don't know what you mean. Look at that cat. That cat looks like it's been dipping into the catnip.
Yeah, you were also dipping in the catnip.
Kok tidur dulu? Maksudnya kayak lagi kuliah atau lagi penting? Kuliah kan penting ya,
ya penting, tidur.
And then started laughing for about 20 minutes.
Ya gue cabut dulu mau beli roti Aoka, siap.
There is no proof to this. These allegations are entirely false. They're unsubstantiated. And they must stop immediately. More cats to take a look at. And let's be honest, I heard the rumors when I came in, right? There are cats everywhere. Istanbul has a lot of cats. More cats than pigeons, or whatever that crazy stat that GB dropped on us was. But it's true. They're everywhere.
They are. It's nice.
Yor, oi. Kuliah online lu pada tidur kan ngaku lu. Gak tau gue udah lulus soalnya.
Sedap. Lulus sebelum online ya kan?
Iya.
Offline.
Tua banget hidup lu anjing.
Yang pasti sebelum ada WhatsApp.
Gokil, masih SMS-an ya? BBM.
Ada BBM.
But again, audio issue. Going down. We'll get it figured out. We'll get back into the game. Zeta with the early
Jurusan apa Lior? Blok M.
They did call a timeout. And this is oftentimes when you see a team kind of get slapped around about. This is about where if you're going to make a change, this is where it happens, right? This is where they find some sort of traction. They read something.
Ini pause karena tidur ya?
Iya.
But if you're boom here,
aduh.
you gotta find it. This
Si.
excuse me, can get out.
Ada kopi kenangan apa di Turki?
Yeah.
Kenapa emang? Kayak adanya kopi tubruk dengan segala pengisi insinyur gak bang setahu dus. Setahu gua ada deh. Gimana caranya biar lu jadi insinyur? Kayaknya lu ada sertifikasinya lagi deh. Cuman gua gak ngerti.
Iya, tapi kalau mau tahu tips and triknya lu nonton di dulu dari awal.
Betul banget.
Dia jadi insinyur.
Mbak Kaniki, aku lagi buka kopi kenangan.
Kaniki ngirim pap pakai MMS anjing MMS. MMS tai dah. MMS mahal anjing, 1000-an ya. Lupa.
Of getting this thing figured out, while audio may not be working for
players and it's going to be fixed soon, unfortunately,
oh iya, itu dulu Asia atau apa ya? Atau Tri ya yang murah banget itu anjing. RP1.
Dulu Tri belum ada. Dulu ini apa? Indosat. Apa?
Oh, gua udah ada sampai akses juga ada. Gua pernah punya nomor akses soalnya murah banget. Jadi lu isi 30.000 dikali 3 setahu gua. Jadi 90.000 pulsa akses. Kenapa? Gua tuh dulu zaman SMA tuh telepon nama temen berenam gitu anjing. Teleponan tai sebelum ada Discord.
Emang iya.
Iya.
Emang bisa berlima?
Bisa. Ada caranya.
Coba dulu yang telepon ear pakai akses komen di bawah.
Let's go.
Lah.
Scoreline 4-1.
Iya, insinyur gelar orang zaman dulu udah
ada. So far. This will be a gun
teknik kan sekarang.
Investments coming in from Boom. And
Pilita kuliahnya angkatan 2018. Emang iya? 2018
left over. So
iya.
You talked about the overdrive in the previous round.
Aku udah punya Tokopedia.
Telepon bareng aku juga kan kok dulu berdua, buset.
Again, look at him all the way up.
Siapa tuh yang?
Gua nggak pernah punya teman namanya Jenis. Jadi
Crow can rotate out. And this was done with 4 players. Remember the fracture game.
Seleksi murah.
Asia yang murah banget.
Waduh. And he seems to still be comfortable in that position. The dart.
Jelas nih. Tentang film gawat juga mainnya.
Gawat anjing Silas nih. Oke, nice. Gila loh, cepet ini dia.
Bisa.
Heh.
Pulls out the finger guns, the pew-pews, and tries to find the kill, and he does on to Blaze King. Famous drops 10, all around, Depp isn't either. 3v for the round, as Sebetol has not left this area of the map. Now he drops the Rolling Thunder, the undulating waves push them back as Crow falls, but Laz still with the op, still healthy, getting past the Hunter's Fury, getting past Famous, and getting past Flipsider.
What the fuck?
The spike wasn't down the entire time. If that's not just a slap back of what looked like an okay round, I mean, you got the first kill from Laz, and then they got on the site, they used the
gila Laz anjing banget dah.
Really early. I mean, at this point, looks like they are terrified of the stuff that ZETA can throw out, because sure, ZETA came back fast, and maybe that's why they had that lockdown idea in the first place, but oh my goodness.
Anjing.
It was the finger guns.
Cukup banget Mas anjay.
Ini terakhir pakai itu ya, klasik ya?
Enggak pakai headhunter anjing, jago banget nih orang ya. Tai.
Ngotak. Iya, Bro.
Itu terakhir sama sudah spike belum.
They still have a chance to right this ship. They're still, I mean, they're down pretty early. They don't have very much for guns. They've got something here, but
nobody took the space with that drone at all, or the smoke.
Sayang sih drone-nya nggak dipakai buat ini. Coba buat.
So once again,
tau lah.
Habis baterai habis.
Iya.
Colokannya beda Turki sama Indo.
The only person in is Berserks again.
Ini
Sure,
map
he's gonna get the
pick
spike.
siapa? Map picknya Bu.
And almost dies.
Ada kiri atas ya. Mas banget carinya. Lihat sendiri.
Ini bahaya nih.
So much post plant utility.
Ya salah, nggak nyampe Bani.
Just on the other side of the wall.
Nobody's diffusing yet.
Nice.
And Berserk is getting massive kills, but Sugar Zero
still not halved.
No.
There's no time.
Nice! Mantap.
They don't need the utility after all. They just can't get the kill. There was no flank.
Mantap, Gox.
And because of that,
there
was no control. And they
Apa?
completely aren't able to
Drone nggak
scale
pakai
up
BBM.
on them. They
Iya,
just wanted to
makanya.
go for that defuse in the smoke, but
Iya.
they just didn't have the confidence.
Pakai Tesla, makanya baterainya habis anjing.
Which is wild, given how we were just talking about it seemed like Boom were a bit apprehensive themselves.
Apa sih?
Last day sama win, yoi.
It's the nanoswarm that was thrown by
Jarang yang pakai
Flipside
Phantom
from spawn.
ini. Si Sugar Zero doang dari kemarin berbulan.
Phantom apa?
Shorty for last.
Champion. Si ini pakai. Aduh, lupa gua. Siapa Sugetsu?
Tetap enakan Oni. Aduh, teh botol mati dong.
Hah? Mati kenapa?
But if you're not scaling with your drone, if you're not scaling with some of the
Gue
flashes from the
liatnya
bottle,
YouTube lu salah.
it's going to continue to
Replay yang
expose
tadi.
problems.
Ya kok nggak dukung Peprex? Ya kan Peprex lagi nggak main tai. Ini kan yang main Boom. Wah anjing sih. Viewer gue bangsat juga ya.
All the way up A. Here comes the execute. Look at the
Ooh, nice.
flank possibility from Blaze King too.
Wah anjing mati coy.
Well, that's neutralized.
Masih kena.
Laz is taking a lot of time dealing with this, but so is Boom.
Wah gila udah di depan itu weh. Observer. Waduh gila juga anjing.
Pakai warna.
Depp has fallen. Sugar Zero.
Ayo.
Wah dicek. Aduh kalah angle tai. Waduh gila dah apa dah.
This is a silly game.
Aduh, lagian Bani yang ngeplan loh, padahal dia ada ini ya. Ada alarm bot di belakang ya. Nah, momen nih. Nih Bani dikatain gak nih? Kalau gue pasti dikatain sih, momen alarm bot sih. Kalau gue pasti dikatain sih. Gue nggak tahu kalau Bani ya.
Enggak, maksudnya lu juara pun lu disalahin.
Iya benar sih.
Dibilangnya di
Emang
carry
sih,
gitu.
anjing. Ini momen apa yang kayak kemarin nih pasti nggak tahu nih Bani dikatain gak nih? Gue jadi penasaran.
Kayak gue bilang tadi, lu sampai juara champion pun pasti disalahin.
They're gonna fight.
Ekben kemana tuh lempar? Yang penting gak lawan Las. Oh yang disalahin Molly-nya guys. Bukan alarm botnya. Molly-nya yang disalahin anjing. Wah gila Bani. Oh nice. Yang disalahin Molly-nya bukan ininya ternyata guys. Oke.
Dia ulti di.
If he gets out into long C and then kills them all because they're not looking, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Anjing Sugar Zero bahaya juga nih. Bahaya nih bro.
Looks like he's paying attention.
Nggak ada yang ngecek kah?
Dicek sih sama Berserk tuh diliatin tuh. Wah di-push. Wah nggak ketahuan anjing. Nggak ketahuan bro. Waduh. Oh nice.
Oh nice Bani.
Bani nggak mundur.
Playing post plant once again.
Nice! Reconnya nice banget tai.
They still have an aftershock, but he can't find a good angle to use it. They're at half.
Ya Allah.
But he gets the kill. Blaze King falls. Tebetol's gonna do it himself. No, Crow holds the defuse.
Di komen di Twitch ada yang bilang, how did Boom get here?
The retake for ZETA on C has been successful twice now.
Yang disalahin Molly-nya bro, bukan alarm botnya. Ngentot emang.
Only got one kill out of that, and they ended up being in the positions that they wanted to anyways, right down long. The thing is, there's so many players fighting up close to.
Midsider.
Wah plannya salah. Sumpah dah kalau kayak gini ya. Kalau lu udah plan dalam ya. Lu plan dalam ya jangan ya gitu susah anjing. Kelong ramen. Wah.
Tadi ada di garas gak sih?
Nggak ada, pada keluar semua. Paling nggak lu dapetin garas saja cukup anjing. Longnya udah tinggalin aja.
Way too many things right now in terms of the problems that they're facing.
Ulas di situ lagi. Nggak
Glass
kelihatan.
hopping, the knife that continues to hit them at the beginning of every single round.
Berserk berkali-kali diculik ke malas anjing.
Dap has played well, Sugar Zero's played well. The Rolling Thunder's not going to hit anyone.
Kena.
But they've got a really nice nightfall and a paranoia to counter.
Anjing!
Oh, he gets a third.
Oh, nice banget. 3 lawan 2.
Didn't look like the round where they would find value, but alas, here's where we are. Last in a 1v2. The op shot misses, the headhunter does as well.
Fight a 1v1 right now if you can.
Does he just drop down? Does he just go for it recklessly? Smoked off now, has to take the scenic route. All the way around, still has that op. Second smoke through the spam, not gonna land. He goes back up top. Oh, if they hadn't heard him before, they did then.
There's no more bullets.
Oh.
Man, bersih aja, bro. Nice.
Blaze from down below. Last never really saw him. Cleans him up. Boom, get a third.
That was a really good recovery from Boom. But mostly just because of the individual firepower that came
Berserk
out.
kenapa nggak pakai smoke dulu ya, Bang? Soalnya kan tadi di drone kan nggak ini.
Here it is.
Kosong.
From his perspective. Oh, I mean, he random the second one. Poor 10.
Those are always
What a cool retake attempt too from ZETA. You saw the wall come out from over top of a link from depth. Look for that again, although we might not get a chance to see it. 2 more rounds left in the half. And
gila lah, sudah 15 anjing. Gokil juga.
The last round at C ended up just being 1 player left. There we go.
Buset.
Nice. Udah lastnya tempat ini.
First kill?
At least for Berserk.
Yeah. That's an excellent start too, because it's on to Laz, who's been so problematic.
It's definitely Laz's first death. First death.
Yeah.
But how do you capitalize? They're scared of the pistols right now.
I mean, Depp also has his ult.
Found a little value last time.
A little. You gotta be terrified that you're walking into a trap of some sort.
Ya beli malah gitu jalan.
They might just be.
Okay.
It's 4 players on A. It might indeed be a trap.
That drone was used from spawn, and it only cleared out A main. It didn't go up long. It barely checked the cubbies. It didn't check anything short.
Rame banget ini.
Gila, hanya dia nge-stuck lo, tai.
4 semua, iya.
And this paranoia could be massive. The stuns could be massive.
Nice! Nice! Oh!
Oh my god.
Goes down. Devil Toll goes 2. Depp has found 2. He swings around. And given how this map is gone, there's a chance he can
nice! Anjing, gua hampir dek-dak-duk. Dek-dik-duk.
A little mini comeback here for Boom. Couple rounds in a row now. Very scary that they walk again into the stack. That could have been a second thrifty win for ZETA in 1 half. This is ridiculous.
It's interesting too, the swing off the Prowler was just
Lagi
so
ngapain sih
good.
kayaknya tuh?
Lagi lihat recon.
You actually also saw ZETA be really concerned about the dart that could come in.
Yeah.
So they weren't ready to have that.
Udah turun segitu banget.
Actual.
Gua udah turun, gua naik kan kemarin ke Bali.
Getting more aggressive in these last 2 rounds than ever before.
Yoi. Wah gila.
Orang
gila anjing. Gila.
That killer instinct to them. They were much more methodical.
Sure. They do regionally though. That's the big difference. The quality of the team they're playing against. At all times, and there you actually saw Boom try to go for it. Sneaky smoke play on that B side, but you don't do that against a team that has Sugar Zero on. They try to get past the trademark, and 10's just like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Another really early lockdown.
Anjing, ultinya di situ gak?
Iya, itu masih bisa ke pojok dong.
It's like an anti-breach lockdown, all the way far away so they can't break it, but there's no breach.
Ah, banding nge-wave anjing. Oh, nge-wave juga. Aduh. Wah, gila buru 3 anjing. Wah, gila. Nggak apa, bisa si team map ini.
Boom managed to get a couple of rounds together, but ZETA really looks like they're outclassing them.
They're outclassing them in every single way. That last round is the most prime example.
Kalau lu dibully kayaknya.
For sure.
Kenapa?
Potentially more examples.
Kalau lu
of this,
diomelin.
There's
nggak tahu.
way too much going wrong for
Gue
them.
juga ngerti anjing. Suka-suka mereka, iya suka-suka netizen tai lah.
Kasih quote jatuh dulu.
Bibi,
Hah?
Sirin kamu udah datang.
Udah datang, asik.
Nomor 2 apa nomor 6 sih?
Not the people, the desk.
Yor.
That's right. The actual structure of the desk is nice.
Very
good. No, heavens no, I don't even know why my wife is with me. Anyway, let's talk. It was dark. Let's talk about this, man, because Mimi, this half was Laz all day, but honestly, what's up with Boom?
Yeah, I mean, Boom is just booming me right now with the way that they are playing. But in that first half, Laz looked absolutely incredible. We came into this saying that for Boom Esports, their dive players, their entries needed to improve versus the game in Optic, and that just really was not happening. Berserks is 1-6 in first bloods versus first deaths, and the majority of that was Laz getting so many of these critical openers on that chamber. Once he had the op on the hand, this guy was unstoppable.
Yeah, the utility usage to set Berserks up is not there. It's too easy because it's dodging all the time. And then also, you've got the nerves setting in, right? It's an experienced down there on the floor. There is such a difference in terms of how these teams are approaching these situations. Boom are freezing up. I mean, look at this round. They plant in a bad spot, they re-clear long, and then they've got a situation going on where they have already smoked their own spike as well, getting all over the place, allowing
planted
Laz
in
to
default,
play.
by the way, not for long C. Keep that in mind too, which is really rough.
Yeah, it is really just like these miscoordination moments. You even see right at the end of that half, Depp pulls out the Neon, and they're all just bunched up, not pushing forward. They know where he is. It really feels like this team is cracking under the pressure.
And that's it. It's cracking under the pressure because Boom haven't been playing this poorly within APAC. You don't win the APAC LCQ by playing this poorly. It is the pressure of the stage and that inexperience that's ruining them.
It's an 8-4 half. It's doable, but they need to get their nerves in control.
Yeah, well, you know, Boom have dug themselves a pretty big hole, and hey, it looks like ZETA has the shovel, but can they
Terima
climb
kasih,
out? Let's send it
Talita.
back over to Doug and Bala.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. It's one heck of a hole that they find themselves in. That shovel is very efficient.
It might be 6 feet.
Makan apa? Makan silin.
Powered by AWS, looking so good. 7-1 on opening duels. You guys aren't losing.
Incredible.
Kalau ngambil Sofa kenapa?
For real, that is something that ZETA had to improve.
Oh, 1000%.
Because actually, the situation between Berserks and 10 were very similar. Both guys taking the most opening duels on their team, and they were losing them to great effect. Both around 1 in 5.
Ahmad siapa sih?
Itu Coach Ahmad tuh.
Note here
Sang
that
Ahmad namanya.
flip sider on the left side of the site. It's not gonna knife. I don't believe it's gonna hit. So yeah, the utility's gonna be a problem. It's just gonna delay. And off of that, you see ZETA take a step back, understanding that there very likely will be a flank coming in from garage once that utility has gone off.
And they haven't used their own utility, so they can re-exec at any point. That's the difference. Intentionally breaking the kill
Ini
on B first.
catnya Ior jadi pendukung ZETA anjir.
Now just waiting for a pick. Classic ZETA. Much slower than we saw them try to be on Fracture. Much more like descent against Loud. Might net them a kill. Nice! Flipsider with the great play. Blaze King just recalls the smoke. He tucks himself in and Crow's gone.
Nothing quite like a top fragging killjoy. Sugar Zero gets the spike down. This is where they wanted to go from the beginning. They've also got 10 far up into Link, and he's going to flash smoke. There are 2 people there. The Frenzy finds nothing. Can Sugar Zero find any of it? 10 there. All of the members of ZETA are just dying, but Lalo again shows up to save the day. Back behind enemy lines.
Low, dia low.
Bullets, 19 HP.
Dia low.
Flipsider jumped onto the smoke, and I
Raja terakhir anjir Las.
think they knew where he was, but Blaze King's gonna
Ah,
come
tadi
up.
Fikri kan nengok belakang, temennya udah mati dari belakang. Oh, pakai ghost dong, soalnya nggak kelihatan.
Boom.
Nggak dengar kayaknya.
Both pistols now as well for Boom. So they've got themselves some path into this game. Simply because they maintain those 2 rounds. The first half, they didn't really gain anything from it.
Kalian kenapa bangsat? Tahu nih.
But huge props as well to Blaze King on this round. I think he's been One of the guys who's been showing the most initiative in this game for Indonesia.
Berarti Thrifty.
Enggak dong, pistol.
And once again, there the recall smoke and then the grab.
Soalnya sih 2 kali menang ya, jangan sampai ini kan Thrifty dah, tai.
Something I didn't want to watch again.
The grab over really
yeah. Recalled smoke instead of the grab wall this time. Laz is going to challenge.
Nice.
Berserk has a vandal. Oh, and he's finding them all. Yeah. He's finding the kills.
Aduh. Dapat.
4v2 here in Sugar Zero and 10 are both weak.
Kamu lama sih?
2 people who can do some damage with the utility.
Aku lihat dari Twitch bodoh.
At this point, but they do
sama kayak gue tadi.
Note the quick flank possibility here from Flipsider.
Ya botol megang vandal.
He knows what's happening.
Tukeran. Lah!
Beli.
Enggak. Dia ngambil punya si siapa tuh? Famos.
It is wild that the score
is 6 now.
It's 2 rounds separate these teams.
Masih bisa beli.
Because I was feeling like this was absolutely over. What I think something we forget is how Zeta only won 1 round on attack side on Ascent against Lau. So clearly something was wrong with their attack sides, which I think
apaan tipis banget.
Regionally in Reykjavik.
Recon mid.
That could be a pressure thing so far here at Champions.
Speaking of pressure, look at how far up A-main.
Gila 4 lu, A-nya lu. 4 anjing.
Tipus bro.
Just barely.
Now the question is, do they go back and do they fight the flank that's coming their way? Continue to push forward. You're right. 10.
There's no escape. Crow can get back for him though with the prowler, but he's now stuck too.
Wih, 4 ketahuan kah? Wah, dapet C nih. Anjing, lu lihat KO-nya buset masih di sini tai. Wah, anjing, apaan sih?
Gila nih, sushi boy bro. Ya anjing dapet.
2 members left and they're still back in spawn. Laz not able to connect anything on the first shot. He's pushed off the angle. He has to run away. Step still close by. Laz continuing to be the recon dart. Find him. Yeah.
Nih, ping-pong nih. Lu ping, gua pong.
Woi, kamera dong.
Step shows up. Sugar Zero does 2. Zeta get to 9.
Rapi banget woi.
Can try to smoke off.
Observernya nggak kayak yang di Indo anjing.
Was on the outside of that, and then the final swing as well from Depp. Just really well played off contact. And
kalau Pak Budi udah ada ini ulti race,
ada
efek chamber,
ada efek apa
gitar.
Gila si Tarik yang nonton baik banget ya.
Too much shenanigans except if somebody actually peeks window on him.
Separuhnya Ior dia. Gila di Tarik pada ngeledek semua nih. Bisa.
Gua nggak ngerti biasa dari dulu tuh. Gua kenapa Berserk bagus tuh? Karena awareness-nya dia tinggi banget gila. Sekarang lagi kurang ya. Dia tuh mau masuk tuh pasti smoke dulu, nggak mungkin enggak sih.
And minimal damage actually exchanged here.
How did they get away with that? The setup looked like it could be so problematic, so devastating.
Set up off the alarm bot here, but he'll pop it to swing. Because I think they're more concerned about what's going on the rest of the map. They've been pressuring Garage so hard. Zeta won't peek into B. So Boom has made the right read.
They've done a really good job of filling Zeta up until this point.
I'm wondering if Tabata will have his fault line up in time right now.
Oke, masuk kandang buaya nih, 3 nih. Nice.
Nice bersama.
Gila kiri kanan anjing. Wah, tai. Itu neonnya udah kayak Messi anjing.
Left to do it all on his own. He's able to take one with him, but not much more. A 1v2 for Blaze is again, he's going to show up just a bit late and he's going to be showing up.
Ini Class Master nih, Class Master di Dustin nih biasanya.
Gives fall. I mean, they're just both in hell. Watching him. That smoke gives false information that he might try to creep out spawn, but ZETA is so wise to it. These tricks. Sometimes they're working out for Blaze King, but most of the time, ZETA is so aware.
Tuh, kiri, kanan, buset dah.
Then the punch behind his head, come out of short, come out of long, they come out at the exact same time. They just overwhelm the defenses and boom.
Keyboardnya keren.
What I was mentioning before that hit was going on was there was no utility defensively, so little things for ZETA to react to. It makes it so easy to trade in that situation. When you're not blind, when you're not stunned, when you don't have to deal with a dart.
Berserk has just made his way all up long by himself with nothing but a frenzy. And the Prowler went around the smoke, so it didn't spot him.
And the trademark's not on this side of the map, so this flank will actually be good. And with the entry from
Maju Ki, ayo Ki, maju Ki. Anjing.
Get really hairy. Ken has to be aware right now.
Maju Ki, nice Ki, ayo Ki, buru satu Ki.
Coming in from behind like this. Oh, 10, what a shot!
One enemy remaining.
Oh, that could have been so good.
Anjing, dia bisa aware gitu loh, Ten lo, tai.
Dude, there's always, I mean, in these rounds on the attack side so far, this moment where it's like on the other side, it's
Kenapa
just
Yorsilin?
a crazy war breaking out. And then Dep's just on the other side of the map, inside their spawn, like, where's everybody?
Spawn is clear.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
What can Blaze King find with this Sheriff? Maybe one kill. Not even that. He is going to go down, so he'll have the Cosmic Divide in for the next round. Say to preserve all of their weapons. They preserve full armor in both 10 and depth. And money heavily in favor of ZETA Division here.
ZETA punya 5
Ini gila ya.
I like the lack of one guy on the right with his phone. It says NT.
Nice try. Time out coming through for Boom Esports.
Biasanya kalau di time out gini coach Miao ngomong gimana
here. You know, the concerns
Nggak tahu, kalau dulu malah.
ZETA and their attacking sides and how they've kind of struggled historically seem to be a thing of the past.
No, they fizzle out. But
Kalau dulu,
I don't know. It feels so
what
far
you
like
guys doing?
From Boom. Unfortunately, not living up, and ZETA's being able to execute their plans very well, in a sense, right? I mean, they're breaking the utility, they're burning out down the clock, and kind of understanding what the game plan is going to be on the defensive side. So they're working it very well. But the thing is, it's not been challenged yet. So I'm not writing off that story yet.
14 assists for Sugar Zero.
Depp has quietly raked up a bunch of kills too. 23 for him.
Quietly. I feel like we talked about the cat a lot.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's quiet.
That's fair. But there's a good chance this was not quiet. 5 ultimates on the attacking side. Everything available to him.
Let's play. Depp's fast up garage too. With the smoke already. Flip does not have a setup this time. Nanos are inside.
Oh, abis ini Edward Gaming.
Iya makanya gue penasaran sih EDG.
Tapi bareng Arsenal.
Gue juga penasaran ambil Arsenal. Gimana ya guys? Gue bingung. Bingung gue.
That wall just gives so much pressure onto that C side.
Gak punya iPad. Kalau punya iPad gue liat kiri kanan dah.
They didn't pop any utility. They broke what's that? Oh, hold on. This engagement. Good flash again. Gets berserks off the angle.
Are they expecting something there?
Pop his dash.
Nice.
Stays on the angle though.
Loud burst. He's going back in. He's going
nice.
Back in. He's not done. The Hunter's Fury to try to keep them back to try to provide.
Apa dia dapat 2 lumayan bagus banget sumpah.
Flip. He felt that. Straight with his arm movement.
I mean, opposite side of the map too.
That could have been huge if you got that kill. Because all of a sudden you're pressured on this A site, you have no more control the rest of the map.
30 seconds left.
The challenge back to Tabottle, but
I mean the reckless antics from Berserk. Very well may have just won Boom this round.
Ha, nice.
Gila kaget kira-kira gue dapet.
Indefinitely. But also super slow for ZETA to react after he went for that dash, got the kill with the shorty. That took so long, and it actually netted Famous a lot of damage with that Hunter's Fury. That was finally a really, really good defensive play. There's nobody else here.
Sarapan tuh Bulkin nggak tahu gua. Coba lihat di YouTube aja.
And 10 had to back up because of that Hunter's Fury. Yeah, so that buys enough window for him to go in, grab a gun, try to fight some more. Ooh, and off of that, ZETA decides to call a timeout of their own.
I have to point out that reaction from the Lions, definitely.
Kenapa dia stres banget ya? Padahal dia menang anjing. Lagi menang maksudnya.
Iya.
I mean,
Baru bangun coachnya, baru bangun. Kaget deh. Coba jangan lupa komen skor MU lawan Arsenal.
Yeah, that was misplayed by ZETA. They still have so much room.
MU Arsenal berapa nih guys?
It's all right. In fact, of the 5 ultimates that we talked about at the beginning of that round,
it was just lost.
Komen di bawah sama FPL pada ngapain Jesus nggak?
Choosing to use his, so they still have the overdrive, they still have the no command, the nightfall, the from the shadows. They have a lot of tools at their disposal.
Yeah, I'm looking though.
Anjing MU semua ini kontak.
This is a team that you have to have them pull these ultimates into round wins.
Ayo Fikri, bangun Fikri.
Lockdown for each ult. Cosmic Divide 2 from Astra. In order to use
bangun Fikri.
The bodies up, though. A lot of those rely either on a trap play or using it for retake. Or a late round push from ZETA, right? The lockdown really critical in those moments. Be in the right place.
Gue siapa anjing? Udah kayak ceweknya.
And note Laz, who had the reaction that you mentioned at the end of the previous round with the operator, 19 and 10 right now, so he's doing just fine.
Oke, Arsenal semuanya tadi bilang.
And Berserk's trying to get his.
Enggak, masih ada yang bilang Real Madrid tuh.
Dash away. I mean, he doesn't seem to care though.
Nice,
and there's no real challenge. It was only because Berserk decided to peek again. They're gonna try to get into C. They've gotten in through garage, but Blaze King was tucked the entire time.
Drone's coming out now to clear last 2. Definitely a fantastic round here from Boom. Berserk's again, the aggressiveness for him nets him so much value.
I don't think the drone spotted him. It should have expired before it got to
Lane gol 1.
Dart misses too.
3 ya jangan.
Sidestepping in and out of the pulses of the dart now goes forward. Famous might be the first one to go down if he steps just a bit too far.
Wah anjing sih.
Aduh,
gerakannya tai sih ini orang.
How much more damage can Laz do?
Gerakannya tai sih jujur ya.
And Flip and Blaze are split up right now. He can't actually trade them. If he walks up on Blaze, it could be crazy. Trying to clear out the cubby there. Finally, they get close to each other.
Kayaknya enggak deh.
There's the lockdown I was mentioning.
They're investing it.
He has space back sight here, but he already put down his TP on the other side. So, if he gets back to it,
nice
to get back to his TP, and then he'd maybe have enough time to survive inside of that cubby, but I highly doubt it.
And it was well played from Blaze and Flipsider in that instance to split up and apply pressure. As soon as he realized he'd gotten the spike and he could get it down, try to cut off any sort of exit or entry point, really.
Curious as well.
Nice!
Not exactly wise to exactly what 10 was trying to do with his no command.
Nice.
He's just executing on the C site. That's okay, but usually on Haven, especially when you send them off on a mission like that, you want it to do a little bit more than simply deny the players on the site their utility.
Another timeout is
pakai Q ulti dong. It's okay, bro. Selama yang penting menang aja dah.
Run that well dry. They still have a lead. It's still close.
Kalau lu disalahin
the 5 ultimates that they can use, but I wonder money's going to be the issue here, or maybe it's just like a
yeah, biasanya kayak gitu.
Coach is going to sit down, chat with them, figure out what it is that's going on, because they've gotten to the they're so close to closing this map out. They just haven't been able to deliver the final blow yet.
But they're so close to crumbling.
Sure.
It's 3 rounds right now.
Gimana nih tanggapan Sang Ahmad tentang ini Boom? Gimana nih Sang Ahmad? Gue pengen dengar komentar lucunya. Sang Ahmad, apa kamu di sini Sang Ahmad?
I'm seeing from some of these guys on ZETA right now, it definitely appears that they're not comfortable. That's why the timeout's being called, because they've got to find some way. And don't forget the menaces that was the attack side previously for them.
Coba netizen tadi, andaikan kondisinya 2 lawan 1 itu Ior yang pun pakai KJ, lu pada mau ngomong apa coba di live?
Apa? Intinya tuh serba salah mati netizen tuh. Kalau misalkan lu nggak ulti terus kalah, padahal banyak ada ulti loh. Nah gitu pasti netizen kayak tai aja. Berasa kayak paling dah. Pas ditanya silver tai. Si Ahmad banyak bacot aja diamond anjing nanya gimana cara naik ke IMO. Ngehe.
The drone spots something first. Alarm bot goes down.
Tanya Lita dong, cara naik ke IMO gimana Lita?
So they've taken care of that step, and that was a big one. Relay, famous. There's the ult. Depp has gotten through. He's going hunting.
Gila kalau kena kepala sekarang sakit banget ya.
He's got 2. It's his fingers. Depp.
Nice.
But flipside on his face gets the kill.
Mantap.
It's the bottle again as well to rack up a bunch of kills here. There's a lot of players right now starting to frag a lot.
Itu kalau lu main kayak Bani pasti netizen bilangnya hoki ya.
This is getting really shaky. The lead that was 5 rounds moments ago now down to 2 again.
Lu salah apa sih?
Apa? Love language mereka ngatain gue kayak.
A lot of utility invested there. The ult as well. 15 HP.
What a hold.
Enggak, lu ada kesamaan sama Coach Yasin ya gitu aja.
Look at this, Laz has gotten all the way up.
Padahal mau ketemu minta foto juga.
With the smoke from Sugar Zero.
Iya benar anjing. Padahal dia yang hujat.
Iya, biasa lah.
And that looks like that may be where they're headed. Unless they pivot off of Laz finding value at it.
Dia tembus-tembusin garasi anjing gara-gara si Bani mainnya garasi mulu.
Patient on both sides. Ten just flashed in the garage. No reaction out of boom.
Cuman expect lah sih itu. Nggak mungkin enggak sih.
The entire time in sewers, really not doing anything with the space that they gained early on. Berserk still on the A line.
Nggak akan gerak selama nggak diapa-apain midnya, B-nya.
So potentially go back into B.
Nah, ini dipaksa buat balik nih Famos nih.
Definitely net some value.
Tuh. Ketahuan.
They've got the rolling thunder and
Sugar Zero just TP'd in, so no more TPs for him. He's got his ult though.
Where's he gonna go?
Back long.
30 seconds
just to get some info. They drop the nightfall to clear out garage. Try to clear out some of.
Ketahuan. Fix. Dustin ketahuan anjing. Oh nice.
Nice masih dapat.
Loh. Nice. Woo! Comeback nih bos.
Again. Zeta falter on these approaches. B side not open. That ult just pushed them right back.
Untung si Fikri nge-recon ya anjing. Untung dia ngecek short dulu pakai recon.
Ini dari 1.400 yang nonton, komennya di live chat doang ya, nggak ada yang lewat screen gitu loh soalnya.
Kenapa? Soalnya apa? Cuman ini doang. Angin lewat. Iya.
Famous is here.
Lah, Famous pusing anjing. Wow, Famous pusing, cok.
Aduh, Berserk kena. Jangan make point dulu dong. Mereka lagi ini kan ikut kan.
They don't have that breach ult anymore. What they do have is the Asher Wall. But
Blazking
is so slow on the flank. He's already out flip.
Gila ini. Gila Bani.
David.
Oh nice.
No longer around.
Yes.
Gila Bani.
In a 1v3, you mentioned the cosmic divide. Flip on the tab. Depp going forward.
Woo! Bani gila, bro.
Gone, Bala.
From 5 to 2 to 0. 11-11. Zeta has lost control and Boom has taken the firm opportunity to snatch it from them.
Apaan sih rebound? Lu ngomong apa? Coba lu bahasa Inggrisnya coba dulu rebound, coba bangsat.
And it works.
Siapa sih? Fair.
That did such a good job to actually take the fight to them.
Rebound anjing. Rebound ditemukan kembali apaan?
I've got to feel the same way. Map 1 was in
apaan
their
sih?
grasp. Right now, honestly, I'm favoring Boom to finish this out.
I mean, they've won 5 rounds in a row. Momentum is heavily their way. They have 3 ults to work with. They've got money. They have so much money.
Zeta, meanwhile, very close to desolation.
Nitip duit besok ambil lagi bang. Oke, thank you Nuril bang. Satu.
Them saving in the next, not having anything, and losing the game.
Mundur Fikri mundur.
Famous taking a step back.
Dimaju yang udah.
Zerk there with the operator trying to look down short. He's going to back up as well. They're feeling the pressure. The fast lane, the paranoia.
Dia berasa A-nya gampang di retake anjing. Bani ada ulti.
Dikira Fikri nggak jago, nggak tahu.
Bani ada ulti bro. Bani ada ulti. Mau ngapain? Bani ada ulti terus mau ngapain anjing? Mau ngapain? Ngapain di depan semua? Ya! Mau ngapain?
Udah mau ngajuin nggak tuh?
They don't have the tools to do it. They're all left on site by themselves. The wall too. They're getting the kills anyways.
The only person that should be on the outside of it is Sugar Zero and Laz, and those are the only 2 that remain. Oh, Sugar Zero swings out. The Cosmic Divide not keeping him back.
Mampus anjing.
Laz is gonna have to go for it. He's gonna have to challenge it. This shot is filthy if he lands it.
Nice.
He doesn't get the diffuser.
Wah gila nih orang gila sih. What the fuck?
There's no way.
He
does it all.
Famous rebound. Dia menang.
Last try.
Walaupun menang sih anjing sih. Apaan itu? Walaupun menang sih.
Last ya.
Last anjing sih.
Dia ngopi siapa tuh yang terakhir dan keempat?
Iya yang wah gila sih.
Balik tembok. Nice try doang atau?
Sugar Zero had a chance too. It looked like that frag. Here it is.
Ini.
I mean, what?
Enggak, dia nggak lihat siapa.
I mean.
Oh, flip side.
And reminder, they somehow got a.
Itu walaupun menang tapi gila sih Lasia sih, jujur aja bangsat.
The lost bonus is strong right now.
Rebound juga dia.
It's not as bad as.
Oh, Laz is just. Oh my goodness.
It could have been. Understory out. 10.
Oh,
nice!
But they've gotten the spike down. The falls out very early. The paranoia, the prowlers again. They just want to fight. Sugar Zero walks into a crossfire that has 3 members of Boom Esports waiting for him.
You're overheating.
Wah, GG, nice!
Let's just gotta start back too. The smoke's going down.
Fucking good comeback, anjing.
Zerk on the defuse. He's gotten it to half. Again, a 2v4. The spams through, and it's much like
nice! GG, anjing.
The defuse comes through. The collapse from Zeta.
Nah, udah. Map kedua saatnya Fikri yang naik nih. Carry nih Fikri. It's time. It's time, bro.
Rebound. Jadi Boom rebound ya.
Iya, rebound. Rebound tai lah.
Up so much.
Comeback guys. Strong banget.
Up 5 rounds.
It's okay, Fikri. It's okay, Fikri.
It felt like Boom was only in the game because of the pistol and certain rounds just not falling away for Zeta. They had a good lead. And it felt like Boom didn't have anything at the beginning of that half.
It's time, Fikri. It's time.
On the first half too.
Tapi loss gila sih, jujur aja anjing.
Zeta's attacking sides continue. That's something we're unfortunately gonna have to continue to touch on.
Ini orang gila sih, tai.
It is a trend. It is consistent.
Flip sider.
Gila sih ini orang sih anjing. Maafkan aku ya udah bilang kamu nge-jinx, aku minta maaf terus ya. Tai lah Bang Re, tai lu. Gua udah bilang ini baju gokil sih. Gak bisa Bang Re, tai juga lu ya. Berarti gua bukan nge-jinx ya guys ya. Emang berarti dari timnya aja.
Pop off in this game. That was a key for them. Actually, both him and 10 were the 2 players.
Ini anjing sih. Gila kaget gua tahu bisa kayak gitu.
Their trends.
Crazy to think too, man. Those last 2 rounds, like if the op shot lands on the diffuser, that round goes in favor of Zeta. All of a sudden, we're talking 12-11 their way.
Yeah. I mean, what a comeback too from Boom. They were so good. Oof. And look at him. Wow.
Ini kacau pada.
He's still on stage right now.
Woi Las, cabut ngomong sama temen-temen lu anjay. Dia masih di sini stres dia anjing, stres.
we saw it in their tournament run.
Kacau nggak live dia.
Zeta are a
Stres
very
dia, stres.
emotional team.
Kena
Like,
mental
they ride their
anjing.
highs really high and they ride their lows very low, and you can't help but wonder in a situation like this, elimination potentially one map away. What's going through his mind?
Tapi gila sih. Sumpah itu gila sih. What the fuck?
It was in their grasp. We'll see if they can regain. We'll see if they can recollect. Again, map 1, 13-11 in favor of Boom Pearl on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
Gila sih. What the fuck, man? Walaupun Bu menang sih, tapi anjing sih. Anjing las, gila banget.
Gak berasa menang ya? Gila.
Iya anjing. Itu orang jago banget ya.
Kebanyakan pakai AWP nggak sih pas Tero? Dia maksa.
Gila sih. What the fuck? Gila sih. Las jago banget AWP-nya. Berharap PSG ke champion, jir amin. Ini apa sih rebound tai dah.
Gara-gara lu.
Lagi gue kesel banget dah rebound anjing.
Rior, aku nih nyobain rapoknya Kapbob, enak loh.
Iya kah? Kapbobnya mie-nya enak.
Tatang. Lumayan loh.
Oke, apa-apa coba aja. Las masih
karbo.
Kok panas ya rasanya ya, anjing. Apa ganti baju? Gue boleh ganti baju gak, guys?
Baju Onyx ya.
Baju Onyx.
Oke, baju Persija tuh. Ini yang bilang rebound dong, mau silaturahmi jauh di atas. Udah hilang dia udah gak mau main Valorant lagi, yang mau rebound.
Kalau lu nggak keluar BB, menurut lu bakal tetap bisa ke Istanbul gak ya? Enggak ya? Itu si R apa sih? Janji gak rebound. Kayak gue tuh mikir rebound apaan sih? Dari tadi tuh udah ngomong rebound. Si Muhammad Panja juga ngomong rebound apaan dah? Tai dah.
In a match that they were poised to win and looked so dominant, but Boom did what Boom does, and they boomed their opponent and walked away with.
Rifan apaan sih kontlo?
Ini headset keren nih.
Kecil gitu ya?
Gede coy.
Hah?
Headsetnya ini in zone.
Caster kan? Bapak lu.
Oh, bukan yang ini, yang putih.
Bani juga gila, Las gila juga, anjing dah.
Las MVP-nya gila.
Nggak. Dep.
It's not over by any means, and to have such a strong reaction to one map concerns me for Zeta.
Yeah, the emotions are always concerning, but there was still some greatness out of Zeta, and I mean, Depp was one big part of it. He had an absolutely.
Tadi ada yang komen gini, agak ada yang komen Rifan Famos nih, makanya pada komen gitu. Bani gila sih, Famos di Rifan aja.
Rifan goblok. Bikin Rifan.
Maksudnya Rifan.
Rifan anjir. Viewersnya astaga.
Emang tai. Blok panas anjing. Alhamdulillah Bu menang, kata gue juga apa. Bu map 1 menang tapi map 2 sama map 3 kalah. Siap Kak, siap Ahmad, siap. Siap Ahmad, siap. Tadi lu bilang cupu, sekarang lu bilang gimana sih? Enggak, gimana sih Ahmad? Tadi lu bilang Bu cupu. Giliran menang apa sih? Enggak apa sih?
Yeah, what a recovery that was. And yeah, I mean,
Bentar.
when you look at that round and you see like how things went
Amat
so
siapa yang
for
buat
them,
Miao
it
nih?
was clear this indecision is something that is going to be haunting ZETA, and they need to pick it up because they're going into Pearl match. Both teams have not played officials on quite yet here. But you know, speaking of Laz, as we mentioned at the top of this one, you know, it's time for our Verizon high-speed moment of the match, and we're giving it to Laz because he was majestic in this game. Like there were so many moments that you think the round might go south. Laz manages to squeak out a win each and every time. He's so good.
Yeah, I mean, he was incredible in this game. The first half was practically all Laz with ZETA starting so strong. And it's not even like he had a big fall off in the second.
Tapi Ahmad ini ya guys ya, gue rasa dia bisa jadi analis sih. Analis di tahun 2150.
Pin dulu.
Apa?
Pinior amatir.
Yang mana? Dia ngomong apa lagi?
And they still can't quite leverage that into turning it into
wins right now.
Nggak ada. Gue rasa ya, dia ngomong boom, nggak tahu lah.
Alhamdulillah boom menang, kata gue juga apa. Tapi map 2 sama map 3 kalah di bang. Coba itu ya, pin dulu. Teorinya benar nggak?
Coba kita pin ya, Sang Ahmad ya.
You still got this. That has to be the conversation happening there. You see smiles on some of the players as well, Mimi.
Sedap
Ini kalau coachnya
their mental because Pearl could potentially be a barn burner if they need to be
Ahmad nih, gua rasa regenerasinya dia tuh apa? Gua rasa dia bakal jadi caster di 2100 lah.
100.
Iya.
They're coming into their map pick as well. It's Pearl. We don't know what to expect from either of these two teams, but we don't know what to expect from.
Gue mau nge-ban Icebox sama Bay.
Must feel relatively confident. They had their pick of 4 other maps that they could have gone to.
Oh bisa lah 50-50 lah ini map baru.
Been able to get wins on globally, and they went for Pearl. That implies that they have a game plan. Maybe it revolves around the same kind of depth neon play because we've seen.
Si Ahmad bakal hidup apa kiamat? Gua ganteng gak bang? Ganteng. Ahmad anaknya pusat merah, yoi. Coba Sang Ahmad prediksi siapa yang menang 2024. Ih, Piala Dunia, lu nggak mau kesana, Kaniki?
Belum tahu nih.
Di mana sih Piala Dunia? Qatar ya?
Qatar.
Anjing. Qatar mahal ya? Qatar sama Dubai beda ya?
Beda.
It's time for our aim lab shoot around, and here's actually famous from Boom as we kind of just tone down just a little bit here and
susah dapat tiketnya kalau bisa kesana juga.
Iya kah? Pasti abis ya?
Iya, paling game jelek.
Game jelek gak? Tim negara tim jelek anjing.
Iya. Inggris
seringan main Valo anjing. Pildun kapan sih? 2024 ya?
Piala Dunia
November ini. Sampai
Desember. Terus break akhir tahun.
Gokil.
Bela mana lo?
Piala Dunia.
Yoi.
Portugal, Jerman. Jerman lolos gak? Lolos ya?
Lolos.
Gua kalau nggak Portugal pasti Jerman. Argen lolos.
Itali dong yang lolos.
Oh, Indo.
Kan. Gini nih.
Nanya anjing, gua nggak tahu. Sebenarnya kalau kita gitu-gitu Indo tuh kayak misalkan kita tuh pernah ada nggak sih kayak qualifier gitu ke Piala Dunia Indo gitu-gitu?
Qualifier ada, kita nggak pernah lolos.
Apa?
Iya, nggak pernah.
Nggak, maksudnya gue nggak pernah tahu soalnya ada apa? Yang gue tahu tuh kalau luar tuh cuman AFF ya ikut tuh Indo. Indo nggak lolos ya? Asia dulu Yor. Oh, yang lolos Asia tuh siapa? Jepang sama ini Korea Utara sama Korsel.
Korea Utara lagi.
Loh, Korut selalu lolos loh. Korut tuh jago.
Sekali doang lolosnya.
Oh sekali ya? Loh, enggak.
Sekali. Waktu itu dong. Iya.
Oh, tapi Korut jago loh. Oh, AFF, AFC World. Oke gitu.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for Boom as well, it kind of
Gue paham.
with that answer, I would like to see one of these teams go into that race.
Korsel sama Jepang Honda. Jago Honda anjing, sumpah. Lah kan ada kan pemain namanya Honda. Iya dulu. AFF, AFC, FK. Bangsat dah.
No Sage, nothing like that. Can Will hit the raise though? This was his star when they were playing in Reykjavik, but looking at this composition, I don't know if I'm sold just yet. You have some utility to set 10 up for success, but
Jepang juara loh. Siapa? Kaniki, tapi di ini Kate Subasa. Gokil ya.
Itu coach Boom nulis apaan Yor? Dia nulis aku mau lor. Panjang diulang sampai bawah.
Tai deh.
It's all going to be about 10. He's the player that gets traded the best on ZETA division, so getting everything behind him.
Loh, kemarin bukannya yang lolos Indo itu apa ya? Yang lawan apa ya kemarin? Itu ya lolos itu apa? Indo yang di bawah Sinteyong. Lawan siapa ya?
Berapa itu? Something.
Oh, beda ya?
Beda. Oh, itu FC Cup.
Oh, itu FC Cup. Loh, kalau Piala Dunia berapa sih?
Piala Dunia tim senior.
Oh. Piala Dunia U20 muka lu U20 anjing.
U40 paling gua Ronaldo soalnya 38.
Sampai sekarang makanya bingung Indo punya Madun plus buff dukun tapi kagak pernah lulus. Iya.
Nah, lu lihat WhatsApp gua tuh, gua kirim tadi di TikTok Madun.
Mana sih Madun?
Lu play dong. Ini di layar.
Sabar. Sabar, gue mesti lihat ini dulu WhatsApp. Takutnya ada nomor-nomor. Enggak, gue mesti download dulu. Kalau enggak ntar bahaya.
Oh iya benar.
Ini nomor-nomor pejabat.
Iya, nomor pos jasin tapi
kesebar. Ntar kesebar bahaya bro.
It's often time in moments like these that the best comes to the top. I don't know if it's gonna be 10. I don't know who.
Kok nggak bisa di-download anjing?
Somebody needs to step up if they want to get to map 3.
Lu di blok kali.
It's super important. This is their map pick. Let's see what.
Kok nggak bisa di-download anjing? Hah?
Masa sih?
Iya. Coba kasih gue di Discord dah.
Nggak bisa gua nge Discord.
Oh ini forward ya?
Enggak bukan intro gua.
Oh ini TikTok. Oke, gue cari canda bola.
Ya udah mulai.
ZETA on the attacking side. We heavily discussed what happened on Haven. On this side, perhaps they can find some more success here on Pearl.
It's also interesting that both sides
kalau menang lawan
udah ketemu guys. Ntar abis ini ya.
Oke, download dulu.
10 already pushes the one player out. That's famous.
Yeah, not on the jet this time.
Sky besok pakai neon.
To try to get this plant down, but there's a really cool smoke. Oh,
kocak, kamu ngapain?
That is not how they wanted this round to start.
Gila.
And it hasn't gotten much better at all. A 4v2 here, Sugar Zero pushing his way.
Nice.
Is met by Tepatol, now Laz, the only one alive.
Nice. Kocak dia bos, mau TP anjing.
Gila. Hampir.
One map down and they've lost all 3 pistols in this series. And that one was in a
Coba kita buktikan ya guys ya si Sang Ahmad ya.
He thought that was going to land easily. The tricky thing about that, right, is you want that Viper wall to still be up for him to go for that. But I believe it was falling. So he just doesn't have the placement of that TP.
Kalau menang ZETA pulang dong.
Yoi.
Pulang nonton Naruto.
Awesome.
180 days as well for ZETA.
Kalau nggak One Piece belum kelar.
chemistry that's been
Itu seru
built
banget tuh yang terakhir
for
tuh.
that much time.
Lu gak baca ya?
Nggak nonton.
You can see how much it means to this team.
Baca dong, gak usah nonton.
Probably
Nggak
I feel
suka.
like we say that a lot, but for ZETA in particular,
Nah, kurang budaya membaca.
they wear it.
Disalahin lagi.
Padahal komik anjing sama aja.
Kalau Boom Win ketemu Laut dulu, emang udah pasti Laut ya? Laut?
Kan itu optik udah lolos.
Oh, udah lolos ya?
Udah lolos.
Into Art the flash to create some
Lah, lah, lah!
space. Berserk is dealing some of the pressure that's coming in from elbow.
Dapat Berserk.
Lah!
He's entirely surrounded right now. He's got Depp in front of him, 10 behind him, and
Waduh.
somehow manages to take one down with him.
Aduh, apakah kena trade lagi?
Even after the advantage gain, ZETA still behind the Blitz King was trying to navigate that prowler.
And you've got to be careful. I mean, at this point, Famous is alone. He does have a Bulldog, but the thing is, ZETA have all grabbed weapons.
Look at the trip as well. It's so deep in the spawn. They know where he's coming from. It's their side. It's Art.
Sugar Zero waiting on the other side of this box.
Aduh.
Another thrifty round win to start the map for ZETA.
Lagi.
How often we're in this
Aduh, rebound, tai. Rebound.
Got to the second half of these. It really feel like these thrifty rounds are coming in so fast. And in critical moments. And that's what we need. Every time we come to this replay, if we're not hearing that,
it's concerning. Absolutely.
Kalah thrifty itu mental down anjing sumpah. Mental tuh breakdance anjing.
Itu tuh
saw their pistol round. They really tried to challenge a little bit down this B lane.
Tuh gila pukul meja coachnya sabar.
Kok lu telat banget sih Kaneki gila.
Oh iya, gue lagi lihat di screen lu nih. Iya.
Main area.
Lita mana hilang?
Remember though, the
Dia emang suka ngilang.
the reason it was so successful was because they were able to apply pressure with 10 through Art the entire time. Right, because they were able to pinch around and split A. This time there's no
Anjing, ada ini cok.
The trailblazer to clear, and that's beautiful.
Ada your momentos anjing.
And Flipsider goes down. Last continuing to press 3 on the round for him, a fourth, a blind one, a gift. Famous with one shot in his headhunter.
Kelas gila banget boy.
Yeah, Hello. Yeah. That bullet goes wide. The Prime Gaming Flawless comes through. ZETA get a second.
Try to go people watching there. A home invasion.
Di sini bagus Neon apa Raja ya? Menurut kamu?
Dua-duanya bagus. Dua-duanya bagus.
Nice. This one after through the smoke was just.
Lu di sini mending 2 sentinel atau 2 smoke?
2 smoke.
2 smoke
ya.
But it's good. He didn't.
Aku lebih suka 2 sentinel, Sage sama Chamber.
Ses juga bagus. Nih lihat nih caranya nih. Tuh di atas itu. Jadi nggak perlu pencet E. Gitu guys.
Line up.
Oh, he's about to challenge Famous.
Anjing. Itu pala. What the heck?
What a shot! We've got to see that from his POV.
2 cases right there.
Gila, apain tadi weh?
Outstudying them on the angles.
Logis, Cok.
What a shot.
You want to play?
Apa sih itu weh?
Wah, anjing sih ini orang tai jago banget tai. Padahal crosshairnya gede loh.
Just had to use both of his prowlers just to make sure that there was no one on the other side.
Orang pada suka spamming di default itu ya.
Menangis
tapi nggak yang di kota.
Semua keputusan yang telah kau buat, satu yang harus kau tahu, ku menanti kau untuk kembali.
Demolished on a long angle.
Oh, ada itu ya.
That's gonna
He just goes through. A couple of shots initially missed. Meets his demise.
Asik kan? Thank you Albi Christian.
He just puts himself a little bit on the edge. Just to get an angle on the famous.
That was pretty.
That is so cool. And that's what I'm talking about. Just a little bit more well studied on these angles. It was the same situation as well by Sugar Zero in double doors with this orb. Just a little extra where he could peek out. That haunt used to clear all the way up in A main, and they're using a smoke as well deep up there. They could take control.
Gila sih ini orang tai sih.
Focus here on famous.
Prowler again used. Laz with the op.
And they forced him off. I mean, this Viper wall is covering all the different angles that he could be at this point.
Iyalah, 4 orang gitu gila.
See, the only real thing they had left to check is Cubby. They pose. Look that way. Now they have plenty of space and long. 10 goes forward. All the way into backside.
Nobody there to take advantage of that gap from Boom. So, a mistake from that not could be a problem, or potentially that was on purpose. Either way. Again, an entry from Laz. He is playing so well.
Anjing pakai ini loh, padahal loh. Spectre dapat loh, tai.
And he could do more damage. There's still 2 players in the alleyway. Pinched between him and the site.
Note that's Flash deep, Berserk has fallen. Flipsider and Zemetal, the only 2 that remain. He's gonna swing out. Zero's weak here. He has no armor. He has no health now either.
And 10 doesn't actually know the position as well.
Nice.
Of Flipsider.
Tadi teh botol udah
Just
buka
like that,
masker
he
nih.
falls as well. They're losing guns, but
Emang ini, emang dari kemarin pakai masker terus.
Tadi itu pakai.
Sugar Zero just had the Spectre. They're carrying
Lupa
in
dia
all
lagi.
those weapons.
Lupa pakai.
Ngap anjir, Fikri nih. Lepas dulu maskernya.
And we'll see. Ooh.
Aduh, 4-1 lagi kita di.
That's a Vandal.
Gila.
Nice shot from depth. Very, very nicely done.
Aja pakai masker.
Entry from Laz. This is the one that
Anjing
was
sih ini orang gila banget. Sini juga gila dah.
Tipis banget padahal gila.
And Boom call timeout. Again, down 3 rounds. Very similar to Haven. Call timeout.
Tapi ini map attacker kan, guys?
Control of the situation.
It's just like the first game.
Tergantung agent nggak sih?
Iya.
It looks like ZETA has control on this map. And it's, I don't want to say slightly more so dominant, but the way that they're getting
Turu. Observer mau itu Tabata pakai masker cosplay Viper, kemarin hari ini gak lagi pakai Viper.
Tadi di Heaven pakai masker dulu. Rebound.
How comfortable do they feel knowing this is their first match of the 4 that were available after
Kentot.
It's early, but I understand why.
Yeah. There's been a lot of talk about how does this map play in comparison to the other maps.
Sure.
A lot of people are comparing it to Split.
PRX.
That was where ZETA found all their success. So I felt like we would see it in the playbook for them.
Mungkin.
And they're actually running.
Nggak tahu sih, LG juga gila juga sih.
Not the same.
Iya makanya jangan diem lah. Liquid aja.
Sugar Zero playing Astra. Somebody else playing the Viper.
Yeah. Either way, Boom out of this timeout. Find themselves with a couple of members a point away from having their ult online.
Wah ini bahaya nih. Oh enggak. Aduh.
Who again was the main.
Waduh.
Di atas mu.
Aduh, di atas fake, kiri fake, tembusin. Gua telepon Vicky dulu ya. Oh, lagi ini guys, sibuk dia, nggak bisa. Wah, anjing dan nih orang. Ini sih last nih main tipe-tipe mainnya kayak si X-Kuret anjing. Oh, dia yang open pakai AWP.
Iya, emang kayaknya player kalau pakai
flank is on. You've got 2 members working the way around. Sugar Zero's behind them though.
Iya, pura-pura sejaman.
10 has so much space in the back of sight as well though. He's all the way up in secret.
Sugar Zero going into
Gila nih orang, ada banci dibalas sama banci anjing.
The op shot out from Laz.
Taidah.
The idea from Boom was there. But ZETA are just a step ahead.
Tahu lagi deh.
Famous here, he's got the tour de force, he's pushing his way forward, he's made a 1v3,
Aduh, ente dah.
Sugar Zero with the third on the round as ZETA get to 5.
4-round lead again. It's growing here for ZETA. We've got Sugar Zero's ult online, 10.
Gua lacak ya lu lama-lama jat banget mulunya anjing. Apa sih ini? Kenapa ini? Kenapa ini guys? Realistis. Oh, ini ada yang komen nih. Gua lacak ya lu lama-lama jat banget mulutnya anjing. Dia ngomong apa sih? Realistis aja tim Indo sampah, aku itu kontol. Waduh. Lacak.
Coba rozok.
Iya anjing. Lacak. Nah, ketahuan.
Oh, and the first target goes just too fast. They've got the paranoia, they've got the showstopper. They don't really have anything other than that. It's really just how Fowler.
Anjing nggak kena. Kena tapi kecil. Nice banget.
Into two members of ZETA and cleans them both up. The flash as he tucks behind. Spikes down A. Now, Typical there to help.
Waiting for Laz. Slow in art.
Oh, it's a long time to wait. Wait.
Nice. Ini saatnya comeback.
With the 2K.
Down
the hit. It's exactly the type of thing I'm looking for.
Siapa yang butuh pengakuan lu, Ahmad Blair? Ngomong apa sih ini Ahmad? Ngomong apa lagi Ahmad? Si Ahmad kalau streaming kayaknya lu bakal rame deh Ahmad.
Iya, lu coba jadi streamer deh.
Coba jadi streaming deh, coba deh. Kayaknya lu bakal rame dah.
Streaming gimana?
Iya, jadi streamer. Gue streamingnya sekali. Kayaknya lu bakal rame dah, sumpah. Cobain aja dah.
Dihujat anjir satu Indonesia.
Iya, cobain. Lumayan hujatan kayak ini kan. Banyak banget minta yang dihujat. Nice banget, Pit.
I don't think that Molly is typically there for him.
Sampai kena hujannya kayak flop.
So maybe he just caught off guard, not realizing what that could mean.
The relay bolts are waiting on the other side.
Di cheater anjing.
Aduh.
Woohoo!
Here we go. Blaze starting to look a little clean right now. All because they start to take the initiative themselves.
He's still so far up. Down too long. You've got Blaze who's creeping his way forward. Flipsiders there. They're so trapped in this hallway.
Oh, nice. Dapat.
I mean, Crow is no good option.
Oke, it's time ini. Pasti pause nih. Diskon sama siapa ya? Sama Kaniki sama Lita.
They've been relying so much on following up the Trailblazer from Crow.
Pavelik.
But without the main tools that usually go for it.
Rafael berangkat juga ya,
Apa?
Rafael berangkat ya?
Rafael berangkat
I want to keep an eye because again that was the second round in a row in which Typical takes all of that space down B and he held it right after getting the kill. He stayed in that space.
In Discord, join.
Another kill off of that positioning. We'll see if they continue to apply pressure that way. I don't know.
Suara Lita kayak lagi gitu ya, lagi radang.
Aggressive play for them. Initiative certainly on their side.
And this is the first time they really take this much aggression.
Nice banget.
They're rewarded with a kill onto Sugar Zero. They have full mid control here.
Waduh, nge-whiff Dustin.
He's gonna go for more.
Dapat bisa bunuh dua nih. Oh enggak.
Wants the multi kills. They had the two players here. They could have gone for it, but instead.
3 lawan 2 ya? Masih bisa.
Instead they weren't.
Yang sampah lu Rozok, bapak lu no anti pertalite. Ya, dikatain. Marah sih gue biasanya sih. Marah sih. Dikatain sama Udin penyot anjing.
Now, it's like Flipsider alone on.
Aduh. Ban kan ada namanya jump pick ya Ban ya, tai.
Instead, Laz who has been on point.
Parah guys, kalian yang antri pertalite dikatain guys. Gue sih nggak terima sih anjing Udin bener-bener. Parah sih. Gas lagi gak sih?
Kan boleh kalau lu
you leave an area of the map open.
Anjing sih. Parah sih.
Balas jangan di chat Rozok. Tadi dia modal 10.000, lu minimal 20.000.
Iya, dia ada modal, lu nggak ada modal.
Jangan dibacain.
It's been deep at certain parts of the series, but Boom always finds a way to claw their way back in and force Zeta into a position where they have to think again.
Yeah.
For example, that last round where Laz gets picked, and again, body language for Laz, I'm looking at it, and he continues to frag no matter how he's looking on the stage.
Which is important to their success.
It's super important. But, for example, that... Oh, no. They got the up back.
Mati Lasnya.
Kocak Las Gaming anjing.
I mean, that still hurts. Especially when you've just been reset.
Wah.
And then you win the next round. You want to be building a bank.
They're
still pretty solid and they've got the tour de force, so not concerned about it that
Rozok, berapa lu beli Pertalite? Gila, Udin tuh. Weh Rozok, dibeliin tuh Pertalite. Ya Allah. Rozok, gimana?
Lu kontak Ior minta 100.000-nya.
Iya. Rozok, gimana Rozok lu? Aduh, panas sih gua sih. Gila, langsung to the point Rozok lo yang di ini lo. Rozok gimana Rozok? Atau ada yang mau bacotin Udin kah?
Lu jadi curiga Rozoknya skema lu ya biar pada nyawer lo.
Gua diem lo, tangan gua nggak diapa-apain lo. Rozok, ya Allah Rozok. Anjing nggak kena.
Lu tembak 4 kali buat beat lu Rozok.
They just cleared out the alarm bot in halls too.
Really nice setup from Boom.
This is a great setup for Boom.
Look at the duel as well, the stalemate inside of the alleyway here. Sugar Zero versus Tabata. I wonder if Sugar Zero, sorry, Tabata.
Strategi apaan? Gue diem, cok. Wah gila.
Laz, the first one to draw blood in this stalemate.
What did Berserk's go and look at? There's the pit there anyways. He just left his teammate for a brief
Sugar Zero udah dapet di sini lagi, diem kayak batu.
Bisa ini.
What a beast.
Ada Berserk.
Wah gila, lastnya juga anjing lo. Dry pick dapet lu. Gue udah ngeliat kayak Excuret anjing main. Ente-nya pakai AWP gokil sih.
Jelek banget di Vandal asli.
Sugetsu nih.
Sugetsu.
Ya, sama aja. Aduh, di atas.
Gimana nih Rozok? Woi, Rozok. Ya ampun.
Kurang nih Rozok nih, kurang.
Tahu lu cuma bisa itu doang lu, kocak.
Here's the second kill too. We didn't catch this one.
Jam segini lagi di pom bensin, Rojo.
Remember, I was mentioning the smoke that Sugar Zero's walking through. He's been placing that every round. You mentioned.
Prediksi MU Arsenal bang. Glory Man United. Anjing apa ini bro? Lagi.
Save his life. The play from Boom was so well set up.
Anjay, kok bisa gitu, bro?
But Zeta had reinforcements.
Prediksi MU Arsenal 1-0 MU menang.
Ayo.
Gua Arsenal.
MU menang. Kalah gara-gara Harry Maguire nih anjing. Enggak sih, kalau tergantung Harry Maguire main atau enggak.
Sumpah kemarin sih bocil-bocil di kampung sebelahku nyanyi-nyanyi tau gak?
Glory Man United. Gokil ya, MU bro.
Anjay.
Persija bos, kalau Persija aja 4 kali menang berturut-turut, anjay. Siapa The Jack di sini?
Mamaku tanya kemarin Yor, Yor nonton lagi di di gedung stadion. Iya.
Gak seperti map 1 di map 2 boom gak meyakinkan, mentok dapat 4 aja. Skor akhir 13-3 dan untuk di map 3 boom dibantai 13-2. NT boom coba berjuang aja buat dapat franchise. Jangan cuma pandai bacot doang Rojok. Donet gak mampu lu kata haha. Ya ampun Rojok, dibantai lu 2 orang anjing. Nih buat makan Zok, gua kurang, kalau kurang suruh bapak lu demo minum tapi kasar banget ya Allah. Weh Rozok, lu diserang 2 orang. Masa lu kalah?
And Laz has been the spearhead of these rounds. He's been consistently fighting so much.
Also some tenacity room to go back to that after how they saw.
Baru dikertak kayak gitu dikit langsung icep dia.
Kita guys, pembuktian Saka Ahmad, apakah dia benar-benar Ahmad Loreng? Gila woi kalian gak ada yang mau bantuin Rojok biar seru gitu? Bantuin dikit-dikit lah Rojok lah, biar ada serunya loh, kasihan.
And the spike
he's behind so fast,
and he's gonna push right into it. He's gonna push right into it. And they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. He steps out. The decay starts to wear off, but they're swinging around right behind him. The spike well out of reach.
Anjing dia tahu loh. Oh. Gimana nih? Sang Ahmad nih udah 4 nih lo Sang Ahmad.
Keeping boom in this game at the end of the half. Sugar Zero with a super nice play, playing through the slivers of that pit.
Gokil!
The flick. That's why I mentioned it, right all the way up into the lane. Tabata with the fast flank though, chasing down his foe. What a flick.
Unreal. We'll talk about 9-3, you talk about 8-4, that round to go to 1v1.
Di Javu gini ya? Gimana ya Ahmad nih? Ini kalau misalkan sampai dapat 5, lu berarti analisa lu Mongus. Anjing. Tadi ada ini cok, ada Sawedia sabar. Iya aja dah. Untuk Bang Udin ya sabar ya. Untuk Rozok, bantai balik Lazok tuh. Dibantai lu. Ayo Rojok mana? Rojok keluar Rojok.
Yeah, it feels like he just had his Joker moment after them losing that
Rojoknya
first match. Absolutely rallies.
Rojoknya bukan nggak bisa duit, dia nggak tahu nih mana nih Rojok nih. Ya Allah Rojok di duelon dibacotin 2 orang anjing. Gue sih gue nggak terima sih. Minimal ngomong dulu lah.
I think they had a better understanding of what they needed to do to shut down ZETA, keeping control of Art, fighting for long towards this B site, and they were finding more success off of it. They need to convert that now into this second half, continue to stay on top of that adaptation, and maybe still have a chance to come back in defense.
It's so difficult.
Gue ngerasa kalau Rozok sama Ahmad bergabung jadi kayak gimana ya?
They were the only team heading into champs with a less than 50%
orang itu dia.
Defense.
Apa?
And yet
orang yang sama.
Apa janjian kalian berdua tuh orang yang sama ya?
Now they're 8-4 up. They've dealt with the half that's been giving them the most recent struggles.
Iya.
Good attack half. That's been ticked.
Rozok itu sebenarnya ingin Ior di United, jadilah merelakan diri untuk dibully demi Ior. Respect Uchiha Rozok, Uchiha Rozok.
Boom. Let's send it back over to Doug and Valo to bring us into the second half.
Thank you, Golden Boy. Yes, an 8-4 half in favor of ZETA, as Josh was saying. They've shored up whatever has historically been a problem for them, but now they have to deal with the other area that has historically been a problem for them.
Let's see if they can keep this defensive side checked off too, and their path to winning this map and bringing them back to even footing.
I want to note here too, we only saw
Ahmad Rozok
bangke. Maya's good berserk here for Boom. What sort of aggressive plays is he going to try to make on the Neon? You want to unlock that as early as you can to apply pressure on this map.
You saw it was very
Buset matanya Dep
on Haven too with his jet. They want to lean into it too much. This challenge, Sugar Zero has the one way, but it's too late. But it's there for Crow.
Berserk manages to find two with the frenzy.
Nice banget.
And that was dry. They just swung out.
Immediately also using that lineup. The same orb that Sugar Zero
Ya ampun.
trying to capitalize on the same.
Gua Persebaya Yor, tapi saudara gua The Jack semua gimana? By the way, Rozok bapaknya dengan anti pertahanan pajak motornya mati. Sekarang katanya lu kalau misalkan mau beli Pertalite mesti bikin My Pertamina gitu ya? Gila, diserang 3 orang lu Rozok, tapi kamu masa nggak keluar sih Rozok? Kamu diserang 3 orang tapi nggak keluar. Kocak gaming lu Rozok.
Ini raja terakhir dua-duanya nih, ayo.
Gonna give them possibility here of 2v1ing Depp if he comes through that direction. But it looks like he wants to group up and take through alleyway instead.
2 lawan 2, dua-duanya sama-sama gila nih. Tapi Depp udah 3 nih.
Iya. Bani nggak mau stream snipe aja.
He's so slow on long B though.
Ya ampun. Aduh. Oh nice Ban. Wah ini kok ini dejavu gini ya adik-adik ya.
Tapi jangan seneng dulu kok menang pistol.
Enggak, ini menang pistol, ini udah fix.
Iya.
Oh nice.
Yang bahaya tuh nextnya.
Enggak, tetap ini dejavu nggak sih?
All 4 pistols.
Kena thrifty ntar.
All 4
Iya,
pistols.
bisa
Remember,
persis banget ya.
Iya.
They brought it back specifically because of the second round pistol. Different halves.
But so far, same story. So far, the exact same story.
Nagi, yang pertama harus pakai aplikasi sekarang baru buat mobil aja Yor. Oh, jadi kalau misalkan lo mau beli tuh tunjukin My Pertamina gitu ya. Bacot kalian semua, Rozok muncul guys. Bacot kalian semua ya. Kalian semua bacot. Kalian semua BABA, COT, cot, bacot. Muncul loh kalian semua. 10.000. Uchiha Rozok keluar guys. Anjing.
That's gonna help, but Berserk with the Vandal trades it back. And that was the main oomph behind this punch. Sugar Zero's fall.
Nice.
And it doesn't seem like there are going to be any thrifty antics this time around. 10's left alone, and he falls.
10 kada batu liter Yasin malah bapaknya lagi aku.
Kali ini nggak kena thrifty.
10.000 dapat 1 liter Pertalite jok. Tapi yang diincer kalian semua loh guys. Bacot lu semua loh. Kalian semua yang dikatain sama Rozok loh. Dia nggak peduli anjing. Yang penting kalian semua dikatain bacot.
Mostly on even footing against the bonus attempt from ZETA.
Nungguin Rozok apply aku laku buat donate nih. CEO Pertamina nunggu Rozok. Bang Dre lu dikatain bacot sama Rozok. Pertama seliter lu hilang Zok rugi. Apa sih ini viewer banyak bacot Mek? Rozok keluar guys. Banyak bacot kalian. Lah, kok si Sugar Zero bisa beli Phantom? Oh, by round ya. Sorry. Intinya kalian bacot guys. Nice banget. Nice timing.
Loading sih. Aduh, bisnis.
And again, this is I hate to harken back to this, but it's important because we've seen this story before. BME took control of Haven at this very round.
Sekali kalian semua bacot, mampus kalian. Yang mana tadi yang donate 10.000 dikatain sama Rozok? 150.000. Dan jangan berantem meninggal. Woi!
Gadis yang setia.
Kentut Lalmi Christian tai sih.
Swing through. Oh my goodness.
Ngakak banget. Woi, kalian dikatain rojok loh. 150.000 mana 10.000. Ini dibuat nak lu beli minyak. Gila rojok. Mampus lu semua lu dikatain rojok lu 500.000 lu. Mana kalian nih? Udin, keluar Udin. Hah? Udin gila. Hah? Mana yang katain tadi? Udin, mana? Udin, siapa lagi tadi? Banyak banget tuh, mana kalian nih? Hah? Di comeback lu sama rojok lu. Mana? Ahmad makan pizza, dikatain masih bacot. Kenapa rojok incar Ahmad? Padahal lu berdua kan satu aliansi, anjing. Lu kan aliansi. Kenapa lu ngatain
The lead once again gone. In the last match,
lu kan aliansi, anjing.
11-11 for Boom to tie it up here.
Lu kan aliansi
So much
bangsat.
failure in the second half. Reminiscent so far.
Anjing dah.
Really poor half that we had from
Lu kan aliansi. Kenapa lu katain Ahmad? Lu kan yang ngatain kan Udin. Anjing. Boleh pindah posisi. Solo. Ini
so much in that series.
rojok fake yang asli yang kelihatan miskinnya 50.000. Tapi lu tetap masih kalah 500.000 lu, tambah 150.000 dapat tuh. Untuk Bang Rojok yang sabar ya, untuk Bang Udin bantailah Bang Udin. Ini orang. Marmoto tai. Anjing dah.
Cari aman dia, cari aman anjing.
Aduh, ngakak anjing.
Lapor.
Permainan wasit seperti ini saya nggak ikutan, aku hanya mau kursi parlemen. Gue bisa lihat sih Bang Dre, lu udah berapa kursi parlemen tuh udah berapa? Nggak sih, lu pada kalah sama Rojok guys, lu pada kalah semua sama Rojok. Kata Rojok bacot lu semua tiba-tiba langsung 500.000. Kalah sih lu orang, bener-bener kalah. Kalah lu orang kalah. Kalah lu orang bro.
Cross checking it every so often, but it could strike fast. He's leaving it right now.
And he has utility. Crow on the peak. The paranoia is there, but the flash keeps him back. And now you've got the showstopper up top.
Kalah lu orang, tetap kalah. Udin kalah Udin sama Rojok Udin.
The spike in their control on their side of the wall now too.
Rojok kalau dikasih masih pimpin aja nggak sih? Kasih tahu Bang Dre, kasih tahu biar jadi parlemen tuh seperti apa Bang Dre.
They had their hands around the scoreline.
Aduh. Ini udah nih pertengkaran Udin sama Rojok cuma segini, sama Rojok dan Fior cuma segini. Fiornya kalah. Di ulti 500.000 langsung. Wah anjing sih, Zeta gila banget, siapa las gila banget sih, tai.
Kena itu Laz getting aggressive that round. That's the type of agency that we've been missing from Zeta all along. Only one player on the opposite side of the map right now for Boom. They might want to take this A main very fast. Here comes the Nightfall. They're going straight for it.
Dia ultinya ke sana loh. Lah enggak kedengeran ya? Enggak kedengeran anjing. Enggak kedengeran. Aduh, botol yang mati lagi. Salah, gue kira Zeta yang nge-tag anjing. Kebalik ya. Lah kocak. Nice. Gara-gara Udin Rojok nih anjing. Gara-gara Udin Rojok.
Bangsat lah.
Nice.
And he was never taken care of.
Asikin dulu bos.
And it's a brutal reset.
Zila, masa lu kalah Din sama yang ngantri. Nih, di bales lu Rojok sama Udin 200.000.
They're gonna call a timeout. Look at this place with the bottle. He just used his ult instantly after the smokes went down. And just stuck it. Everybody trying to hold ZETA way up close. And there's nobody inside of A main. Because they're just running away from the early presence from Boom. There was so much thrown at the beginning of that round. What a call on the flip side of the IGL. Just in 2 rounds back to back. The IGLs have called fantastic setups and executes. We're starting to get to that point where both sides maybe understand the game very well, how their opposition wants to play. Round 19. 4 rounds to close out for either side.
But you look at the timeline, Ball, and you go, they've won 6 of the last 7 rounds. Yes, it may be 9-9, but be hard-pressed not to tell me that momentum isn't being.
And don't forget, it was timing as well. Boom, who set the tone of that other round. It was so slow from them. ZETA capitalized fantastic. If the speed stays up the way
keluar Rojok. Udin udah loh. Tapi
there's no shot. That ZETA continues to
Rojok kalah Rojok.
Love that early peek from Laz. Instantly wants to go back to make sure that he has control still of long.
Yep, no early challenge made. Cool. Go back and check B, as you're saying.
But look at how they're marking the B site right now. Boom. They've heard
Udin 200.000 cemen banget, Rojok 15.000 kata Rizky Akmal.
So immediately walk away from him. Problem for them though.
Udin semua
Beda-beda.
Same dive that they had last round. They want to hit this A site.
Masih menang Lord Rojok.
10's gonna be here. Dep's gonna be here. Crow's gonna be here, and he's just clear.
Rojok 500 nih bos, Udin 200 gak ada setengah Rojok.
They just left. They just left after that dog.
Aduh.
Oh no.
It's all 10 now.
Nice banget anjing.
He's pushed off. He's paranoid. He tries to drop a satchel to keep him back.
Why?
Given away too. He
Wah,
tried to find
Rizky.
safety, but he wasn't able to.
Mati anjing.
They fully taken A, and they're looking for more. Look at how deep Famous is.
Oh, nice.
Behind him.
And Dep has no idea.
Nice.
He just got taken care of execution style.
This smoke should fade soon. Laz will have a gap inside of it. Sugar0 wants to come from the other side. If they show Laz,
let's go. Boom, boom,
this fight
boom.
could come really hard. Famous has to be super smart here.
Udin Rojok yang dulu Tior yang makan Yukaku. Apaan dah? Lah, gue mah kalau orang namanya panas ya kita nggak ada yang tahu ya. Gue cuma diem doang. Untuk Rojok kalau saran gue sabar dulu, jangan dibantai. Si Udin emang ngeselin kadang-kadang.
Nice. Comeback, boom. Let's go.
Berarti apakah pemenangnya adalah Rojok adik-adik?
That ZETA could scrape together a good buy.
Yang menang Luisin itu ya, Pertamax.
Gimana nih Udin? Lu isinya Pertamax, dia Pertamax Turbo Udin.
But this is where that ZETA magic strikes. I just don't think it exists when you're facing off against these Indonesians. Of Boom.
Fast again.
Same strat.
Out. Yeah.
Saving nih, kita bisa 11-9 nih.
Wall out from Berserks, he's got his ult.
But that's a really nice paranoia to delay into counter, and then the nade too to keep him back. That's well handled by ZETA.
Nice banget.
Down. Now you've taken care of 10, you've taken care of Crow 2.
Nice.
Every single fight going in favor of Boom.
11-9.
Not even able to enter that fight because he gets flashed from Crow 2 and they've called the site is open. Yeah, foregone conclusion indeed.
Nice ban.
Nice.
Nothing there from ZETA.
Ayo. Flawless.
Boom are starting to look unstoppable.
Nice.
At least for ZETA division.
Prime Gaming calls comes through.
By the way, tetap kawal Amat Bang Ior, siap. Gimana nih Amat?
Kamu dunia.
Gak mau ikut Udin Rojok, cuman mau ganggu nonton.
Berkilau mewah, katakan padaku putri, sekarang kapan kamu terakhir membiarkan hatimu menentukan? Aku kaleng buka matamu, mengambil kamu hebat demi hebat, di sisi jalan dan di bawah, di atas sulap karpet naik, keseluruhan dunia baru. Sebuah ujung lihat yang fantastis, tak ada yang bilang tidak, atau kemana pergi, atau bilang kita cuma mimpi.
Sebuah dunia baru,
Lihat aja
sebuah tempat mengagumkan aku, kita pernah tahu. Tapi saat aku di atas ini kristal jernih. Sekarang aku ada di keseluruhan dunia baru bersama.
Yang bingung tuh pemain keyboardnya. Ini gue harus main gimana?
They saw nothing mid. This time Laz is going to be patient on the site though. But Boom also taking the fight a little differently. They're going to go for a split on the safe side.
And there is an alarm out there, but I want to say it was just smoked off, and it was walled off.
Ini yang bingung tuh pemain musiknya anjing. Ini gue harus gimana?
They just re-smoke, so they know the possibility now.
Flip side is working into B again, and you've got Blazy.
Aduh, si Udin gak bakal mampu dolet lebih dari Roscoe, udah ketok palu yang menang rojok.
The spike ults B. They're gonna get the spike.
Nice.
While Laz might have still held on to the initial push from Flipsider, they've got the site now.
Gimana Udin? Si rojok udah beli Pertamax Turbo. Lu masih Pertamax. Tadi kan lu ngatain Pertalite. Ternyata dia bisa beli sampai Pertamax Turbo. Lu masih Pertamax, Udin.
It's planted for Famous here. If you get Sugar Zero down, there's definitely a room for this op to do, or this long range to do
anjing!
Spams the pings. It's gonna yeah. Man, that tour de force, they used it. They knew what the plan was. It really felt like they spread themselves too thin.
Yeah,
I liked what they were doing. It just didn't work out.
That push from Tabata certainly ill-advised, right? He's so far ahead of his team. They're getting the spike down. Or he got the spike down and wants to hold on to space while the rest of his team is rotating. But that just lost them. I mean, it was a 3v4 already.
Gak, ini gimana Ahmad nih? Tadi ngomongnya map 2, map 3, map 2 tadi mentok-mentok 4. Ini udah 11 nih Ahmad.
And ZETA giving up that 4-1. They're swapping Laz on the other side right now. And he's gonna stay up on the angle, which might actually work out if they end up coming over here.
Anjing.
Good flash from Sugar Zero as well to give time for Crow to play this Trailblazer. Sugar Zero's here.
Ymir in trouble. Mid is really the only way. They have to go, and Depth's waiting on the other side. No paranoia. And they walk right into him. The Nightfall doesn't even hit him, so they don't know he's there.
Wah gila. Itu ke Molly dia atau Molly sendiri sih? Oh Molly ini ya, ZETA ya?
A fantastic round from Depth.
Tapi masih kaya nih. Masih kaya.
And then he's there in time for the push on Art. The Molly as well. Sugar Zero and Dep played as a unit in this round.
Gila Dep anjing.
Dep does not get those 2 kills if the Nightfall hits him. I mean, we're talking pixels.
Gak boleh serius-serius memang. Kita harus ketawa guys. Biar Boom menang anjing, tapi nggak ada yang mikir ketawa. Rozok sama Udin belum nggak tahu nih udah kelar ya. Berarti yang menang thank you Tondaton. Makasih Udin Rozok streamer kita cuan nih, the best dah. Thank you Tondaton. Taps ada apa nih kok ribu-ribu. Woi gila Taps. Thank you Taps, Bang Taps. Thank you Tondaton. Ada yang ribut Bang Taps. Gila. Ada yang ribut gara-gara Pertalite sama Pertamax Bang Taps. Lu semua kalah sama Tabs. Isinya shell apa ya paling tinggi lu? Waduh! Menang sih menang, tapi gue nggak bisa makan seminggu babi.
Siapa itu?
Rosso. The best, the best, the best, the best. Gokil. Thank you Tondaton, thank you Bang Teps. Gokil Bang Teps.
And ZETA continue to keep Boom Esports back.
Match point for them. Swap the spike defuse on the 10-2. He's got his ult for this very, very important round. Boom.
Mau rojok mau Udin tetap Bang Teps isinya V-Power.
V-Power ya beda.
Dikasih sejuta langsung V-Power. Lu kalah lu berdua.
Iya Rentuan anjing.
Eyes on the prize. ZETA 1 point away from taking us to fracture.
Sekarang ganti oli.
Udin apa itu rosok Teps? Gokil Udin. Dikatain Bang Teps, dikatain Bang Teps. Jam 8, jam 9. Aduh bahaya nih. Jam 2, jam 3. Jam 7, jam 8, jam 9. Waduh. Apakah akan ada perawanan lagi dari Rojok? Fajar Bang Udin, siap Bang Udin. Kenapa? Woi, gue kasih tahu lo. Nih Bang Teps belum join nih. Ya, gue kasih tahu Bang Teps belum join nih. Udin, lu Bang Teps tadi 1 juta, lu 300.000.
Tapi teori Sang Ahmad sih.
Teori Sang Ahmad tapi ya bener di akhir tapi awalnya gue udah nih guys, Ahmad guys, baca ya, gue baca ya. Udah gue bilang, Boom kalau di map 2 sama 3 nggak bakal menang. Strat mereka nggak ganti, lihat aja Bani gue yang strat sama nge-fake ke B tetap di gua sama Las, makanya latihan bikin strat yang banyak. Masuk akal sih, bener sih. Ya nggak salah, nggak salah kita pin lagi. Nggak salah sih guys, bener. Dipakai 2 kali silas tunggu, bener sih. Nggak salah sih, gila nggak salah sih. Kalau kita udahan guys, cuma ada duit promak buat besok.
Nggak makan dia.
Ya out amatin. Gak, tapi nggak salah sih. Cuman kalau misalkan ngomongin dapat 4 sih gue nggak ini. Cuman analisnya benar. Bener. Dia tadi kan pertama kan bener kan, nge-fake kan. Si Bani ke belong sendirian kan. Dapet tuh. Terus kedua dipakai, ternyata ditungguin sama Las. Gak salah anjing. Gokil lu Ahmad lu. Hah? Rasul anjing dah.
Ahmad Rosmisti nih.
Ini Boom udah gugur ya, udah di VLR Champion. Yang menang berarti Udin ya, tapi tadi Udin ada senggol tap sih. Nih buat makan rojok. Rojok udah ngaku kalah, masih aja ya. Aduh anjing dah. Aduh. Win streamer. Udah jatuh ke titik tangga Rozok, please kamu jangan menyerah pakai pinjol, please. Anjing dah. Aduh, bagi ke gue deh, woy. Bisa ya Rozal dijual KTP. Aduh, bentar aku kencing dulu guys, sabar guys. Tai.
Gue dropin dulu, bentar.
I mean, it was looking like history was going to come back for the very fourth time for this team, right? Like, they have a tendency to look good, start strong, and let that second half slip away, but they save it at the very final hour. And for ZETA, the biggest part of that was Laz. We thought he would be boomed after that first map, after letting that slip away, but he came in and was so awake for this team.
Yeah, Laz is playing fantastically. We'll show you that ace in a second, but I just want to talk about how bad ZETA have been in those second half.
Yeah.
Because that's where all of the frustration is coming from. At Champions, they have a 26% win rate in second halves. They are putting up like 3 rounds in the second half as an average.
Rozok udah kalah nih Rozok ya. Denger Ahmad nih. Ente Boom buat map 3, mental mereka udah down di fracture, Boom trauma karena ada tragedi flying ball. Mereka sebenarnya udah pasar di fracture. Jadi Boom sekarang hanya mencoba keberuntungan ente Boom. Kita pin ya guys ya. Kita pin lagi ya. Kita pin. Mana Taps? Mana Taps? Nggak tahu. Bang Taps dicari Bang Taps. Udin 10.000 doang Udin. Udin udah nggak ada saingannya guys. Rozok udah menyerah. Dia besok minumnya promak. Ahmad sotoy tai. Dia walaupun nih kalau yang ini gue rada-rada.
Apa kabarmu yang
sambil nunggu perebutan gelar juara Udin Rozok.
Hei kau yang cantik, selamat pagi cantik yang tidak cantik.
Udah sorry gue nyariin dia.
Hai cantik yang tidak cantik.
Tidak hai, maaf banget ya yang gak cantik. Tidak hai, maaf banget.
Jogja lagi party, kasih apa topeng bang?
Percayalah
Udin palsu itu nggak masuk akal, nyari tes cuma 10.000. Udin nyenggol petinggi parlemen. Cantik. Tai lah, Phil Christian ini demen banget sama komika nyanyi anjing. Gua mau lihat parlemen gue sekarang seberapa ya. Oh ini parlemen, siapa yang udah masuk parlemen? Paling tinggi, paling ini masih adu-dudu. Aduh, tai dah. Di Riot, jika kamu membaca ini tolong kirimkan satu secret title dari champion ke Rosiava. Dia adalah streamer yang sangat rajin dan menyenangkan. Lah, kasihan Rozok kena skema your cok. Rozok udah kalah guys, dia udah ini guys, dia udah menyerah. Rozok udah menyerah guys.
Si Taps itu kok belum masuk parlemen sih, Her?
Oh iya, Taps belum masuk parlemen. Jadi ceritanya gini ya Bang Taps ya. Jadi ini adalah nih. Jadi ini tuh parlemen Ior. Jadi ini adalah kerajaan Ior. Nah, ini parlemen, oke? 10 orang ini anti terhadap apapun juga. Mau di ini nggak akan pernah bisa anti pokoknya. TO nggak akan mungkin. Ini mesti aku ganti sih tulisannya. Ini bangsat, streamer ini bangsat. Gue kasih tahu ya, ini streamer bangsat memang.
Udin sama Rozak gimana nih? Kasian nggak masuk parlemen ini.
Iya, mereka udah makan promak deh ya. Ntar dulu, sabar. Mesti ganti nih, parlemen. Ior. Emang streamer bangsat emang.
Yeah, and on the other side, you have seen that Boom has stayed focused. They have stayed in it. They've already proved that they can compete against top-level teams.
Salah anjing.
Good. This team has far lower pressures heading into this final map. Obviously, they want to survive. Obviously, they want to prove themselves, but it's not to the same level.
Kadang bikin aku kesal. Tiba-tiba cinta. Parlemen Ior. Sorry ya, guys, emang streamer ini streamer babi. Mohon maaf. Baru cair gaji udah dihabisin ke Ior. Iya, kasihan. Abis ini kita ini ya guys ya. Abis ini kita giveaway ya. Ini kita giveaway ya guys ya. Abis ini kita giveaway, oke? Jangan kemana-mana, oke? Abis match ini semoga Rozok dan Udin ini ya. Rozok sama Udin, amin, dapat kali ya. Kalau dapat ntar berantem lagi ya.
Makannya promak anjir.
Anjing dah. Aduh lemes gua. Ente Rozok udah hampir comeback dibab lagi sama Udin. Apakah Rozok sama Boom, Udin sama dan ZETA? Waduh. Udah berapa ya?
And I think that is going to go some distance as well to helping them forget what happened last time they played Fracture. Yeah. Because I thought coming into this final map, if we got here, the conversation would be about, remember how Boom got destroyed against Optic, and it was honestly a little bit embarrassing. I've seen Indonesian fans commenting around being like how did we allow that to happen on Fracture? It was and I think now that is not even going to be on their minds. They're not going to be coming into we've got ZETA on the road.
Si paling skema berkedok, babi. Mana ada coy. Aduh, ngakak anjing sumpah. Parlemen emang paling the best sih. Itu udah no debat dah. Kalau ijo-ijo gini masih bisa gue TO guys. Asal keterlaluan aja ya. Ini Jordan nih paling sering gue TO. Ya DS, thank you 10.000 ya DS. Gokil. Seru ya kalau nonton Boom ya guys ya. Seru banget sumpah kalau nonton Indo. Apa gua streamingin Indo aja ya guys ya. Supaya banyak bocil yang marah-marah. Awal bulan udah asupan probak. Anjing dah. Berisik lu ya, apa sih lu so asik ya, lu yang so asik anjing, cabut lu tai. Tai bisa-bisanya lu udah abu-abu masih back bacot anjing. Bacot ya, menurut lu bawa solar. Lah elah lu cabut lu tai lu. Anjing. Nontonnya sama Super Bass dua-duanya ketemu mulu anjing. Halo Yor, halo. Hai, bisa-bisa ya ngatain gue. Udah abu ngatain lagi, itu yang so iya anjing. Berisik Yor, bisa diem kan? Ingat kata coach lu asik bang, yoi.
ZETA, everything is on the line for them. They need to focus up, keep themselves in this game, no matter the side, no matter the half.
All right, this is it. It's no longer a BO3. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. Doesn't matter you got.
Ingat guys, abu-abu adalah kasta terendah. Gue nggak ngomong loh ya. Gue nggak ngomong. Gue cuma bilang kalau yang hijau tuh ada asuransinya guys.
Winner moves on. Loser goes home. Bala, tug, dollar over to you.
That was so epic.
Gantilah stream decknya jadi lu asik bang, ntar gue cari ya guys ya. Bangsat dah.
Not remembering who messed up the clutch on YouTube. Let's reorient though, because he was right. As much as he messed it up, he was.
Baru biru kastape. Kalau biru itu tahan kanan guys, ya. Biru itu tahan kanan guys. Beda. Soalnya banyak banget yang ada juga beberapa yang biru juga masuk parlemen. Cuman lo tau kan, tahan kanan kan gak selamanya tak jadi tahan kanan kan. Ingat gue bilang, besok gue mau membersihkan moderator tai ya gitu ya. Gue akan mencari tangan kanan gue yang baru ya guys ya. Jadi kita sekarang gak boleh sebut namanya obeng, sebutnya tangan kanan.
ZETA's first shot not landing, and they're gonna push right into sand.
Kalau hijau itu artinya udah divaksin guys, oke? Nice Bunny. Loh, woi. Oh nice banget.
Cleans up the kill. And now Laz, once again, boom, win the pistol yet again.
5 pistols out of 5 for Boom. Certainly a win condition. But it's just
Boom, worth 3-0 on these other maps at APAC LCQ. Anjay. Let's go.
So much harder to do. Look at that stat.
Boom menang pisaran mulut dari map 1. Iya. Gokil ya. Gokil. Tapi semenjak di LCQ dia juga emang menang pisaran terus loh anjing.
Similar situation to APAC LCQ. It's do or die.
Nice, Fikri.
As both teams should be favored in these situations, but alas, it's Blaze King who falls first. Berserk waiting on the other side, and he's stunned up. The shotgun causes problem. All of those
makasih bang, udah 50.000-nya Ozok.
Astray.
Lu asik bang.
But Flip finally settles the situation.
Tai, nah lu asik bang. Hehe.
Kasian sih bang siapa Rozak anjir.
Iya Rozak udah ini guys. Rozak udah keluar guys, anjing Rozak. Rozak udah apa namanya? Rozak udah capek. Udah dia makan promak dia. Tadi 10.000 terakhir tadi buat Indomie sebenarnya Bi. 10.000 terakhir itu buat Indomie. 2 biji kan buat 2 hari.
Hold tower at the same time here.
It's been 20 seconds since any player has moved. Now Flipsider goes forward 10, choosing to take the low ground.
Nice.
Don't land.
Mayor, Besti jadi analis ya? Iya.
Finally.
Kamu nggak nonton Bestior?
Oh iya, apa kita nonton Indo aja ya?
But this is the first time they come out.
Ntar tiba-tiba kode one. Nggak mau ngomong, gua nggak mau ngomong. Nggak, udah.
Jangan ngomong apa-apa.
Aman.
Santai. Ini double picknya lagi nunggu nih. Sama nunggu, ten nunggu, Flipsider pakai botol nunggu udah.
Politik nih.
Masalahnya harus adalah boom. Karena harus ke-plan kan.
Kok lama ya Indo ya?
Ini
Indo kok lama sih?
Karena harus ke-plan kan. Jadi tadi udah
Indo lama anjir.
And note, there's no actual similar style of bonus. They all have specters and 10s challenging.
Waduh.
Now they're all flashed and now they're all dying. A 3v2 in favor of ZETA.
Winnable.
As they keep them back long enough for the reinforcements to arrive.
Anjing.
The spike is still behind them.
Wah, jelas sih tai sih. Ini orang tai banget dah, sumpah.
A great anti-bonus from ZETA.
So well played, and it was all set up off of the breach utility.
But you could also see the clash of both of these comps. It's the same comp. On attack.
Enggak sih, dia emang tadi sih
super bursty.
Nembak kan pakai vandal kan kelihatan pelurunya.
If you don't, you lose a lot. Depth certainly just hurt him. Both of them at the same time.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I wouldn't go on that road ever again.
Come on now.
Loh, nggak denger neonnya.
Kan dia megang shift.
Left in this 1v3.
Enggak tadi ada suara tali.
Nyeng.
And he's in a position.
Aduh.
Mati nih botol.
Kamu lama. Udah mati duluan. Sama prediksi udah pernah salah belum sih? Jadi ngeri gua. Makanya anjing. Tapi dia analisnya bagus loh guys, sumpah. Gue pikir dia ngasal loh analis loh. Anjing, gokil juga. Si Ahmad.
Ahmad yang dulu.
Bagus loh dia analisnya.
Thankfully, Dap, who's playing the Neon for ZETA right now, is fantastic in those situations. But he just doesn't take them as much.
And remember, it was their defensive side that looked good last time we saw them on Fracture. Wise out from Boom Esports here, expecting the fault line at the very beginning of the round. They let that pass, and now they reaggress, or at least consider it a smoke, and Arum is going to keep him back for now.
Some utility spent to keep him back, though.
That's true.
Tiap ada pemain boom lu nempel zipline, gue langsung lihat minimatch. Iya mulai terhipnotis sama dari tadi bagus analisisnya. Iya loh, gokil loh Ahmad loh. Bener gak salah yang dianalisis anjing.
Everybody's on this side.
Laz will be first. And he doesn't find anything. Dep does though. He puts a wall up to it.
Anjing nggak ada yang lihat.
Was behind him the entire time.
Aduh sayang banget nggak ada yang lihat dalam smoke harus diliatin sih itu memang sih. Itu harus diliatin sih. Even kamu udah misalkan kamu udah smoke nih, harus diliatin. Karena ada aja orang-orang gila kayak gitu, cok. Waduh bahaya nih. Ini apakah teori Ahmad benar?
Just pushing through and finding the timing. Unreal play.
While they might not have put together the thrifty, they immediately tie the game.
Yep.
They immediately force the economy down from Boom Esports.
You want to play?
They immediately have a chance to start ramping up the rounds like they have every other half.
It's interesting, they have not gone for that aggressive hit down ramps, but they have explored this area of the map a couple of times. You've got to be careful, there are players just on the other side.
Aduh, Blessking!
That might have looked super weird, but 10 was trying to hold the underpass while the rest of his team was holding his back. So double clearing the very dangerous angle late into arcade without tree control.
Waduh, ente dah tindah. Nah, masih beres kertas dulu dan setiap sorot coach boom. Nggak tahu.
So well handled anti-eco so far.
Guys, habis ini kita giveaway ya. Jadi stay tune aja, stay tune.
And again, a quiet moment amidst the chaos, amidst the pace. there's the first challenge, and there was the real big
Wah, gila.
the real big tool they had. And it amounts to nothing. A prime game flawless comes through Zeta.
Kalah pulang, iya yang kalah pulang ini. Ayo dong, wake up dong, wake up, boom, ayo dong. Masa lu mau nyampe sini doang?
First half on Haven, first half on Pearl.
Wah, ini gila sih.
It's a good recovery from 10 after maybe going a little too deep on that while he's playing. Depp as well.
Ini tangannya udah gitu.
Dia kan emang kayak gitu kalau main. Ininya selalu dinaikin gini.
Very active on the comms.
Ya, tangannya
Swapped again. Being a little unpredictable here. Laz alone on the B site. The rest of his team here. They controlled halls very well against Loud.
Yeah, they did. Oh boy, here we go. Orbital strike, but they're gonna get past it. The show
masih dapat. What?
Dapat 2 anjir.
Enggak dapat sendiri sama mati sama di ini dia.
Showstoppers used, orbital strike used, and somehow Zeta still have 2 ults to work with.
Blaze King just got his own ult though. But the big issue here, Laz is flanking. They're gonna double take halls with him and Depp.
And Blaze is still tucked in here, right? It's not like he can reposition and play around the orbital strike. He is the line of defense. And now he's outnumbered.
Gila di ulti, lu lihat tuh guys, saking niatnya anjing.
Safety ult. Round ending ult.
Yang penting menang.
Yang penting menang. Enggak ini guys, sama ulti itu nggak apa-apa anjing. Yang penting menang round. Secure round.
From Zeta. Sugar 0 and 10.
Ulti bisa didapat lagi ya. Dicari.
Iya, ulti bisa dicari.
Here's the ult. We didn't see it. But somehow the hit was split because they were coming from Dish. And he shoots it at the ground. Confirms the kill at least.
Yeah, it was crazy. Through
This is a 1 round XQQ.
Kenapa dia pusing? Orang menang kok.
Flipsider pushed through that smoke as 10 was satcheling through. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, minuscule timings here. Timeout through for Boom Esports. Again, early to find themselves down, but while this could have been potentially disastrous for another team in this situation.
Pusing ulti dipakai. Kalau gua sih enggak sih anjing. Gua sih bodo amat, lu terserah dah. Lu mau pakai ulti bebas, yang penting roundnya menang. Kalau mau beli Pertalite online yang murah di mana? Hah? Emang Pertalite ada yang online?
Oh, ada di Tokopedia.
Makanya lu nggak jadi coach Yor. Gak, kalau gue sih mau jadi teammate apa segala macam pakai ulti nggak apa-apa sih, sumpah. Daripada lu nggak ini cok. Nggak jadi masalah. Lemah mental anjir. Amat guys, amat. Lemah mental anjir, bu. Mending Bleed aja udah terbukti mental kuat DLC kita, tapi kalah. Ya gimana? Gimana Mat? Tapi kalah. Dia CQ kalah.
Oh, ini telah bos.
And it's fast. TPing out. It's Flip, but will he make it out on the road?
Wah,
no.
Gila.
He was stunned up. He was outnumbered.
Wah, gila.
And there's Laz. You just called his name.
And he gets the other tag.
Kenal lo, Famos lu. Apa itu? Taco bang, gua lagi galau asmara kaca parah nih. Apa tuh dia bilang? Sabar.
There's just no chance when you throw so many bodies at the play.
Bang, gua lagi galau asmara kacau parah nih bang. Kenapa coba cerita Taco kenapa coba cerita.
Habis diputusin kah, bro?
Coba cerita Taco kenapa Taco. Ini ada guys, ini ada salah satu teman kita lagi galau guys. Coba. Kenapa? Cerita.
That follow up stun as well from Kuro is so good because Flip definitely has a chance when Depp is super
fast. Saweria ya biar lebih.
Ceritanya lewat Saweria, iya. Coba kita baca. Gimana? Lu galau kenapa, bro? Coba.
Ada masalah hidup apa, bro?
Ini ada teman kita. Wih, mau lihat apa nih, bro?
Here we go though. This one is the right side. Depp's alone.
Oh, and he's stunned now.
Mantep banget taktiknya anjir.
And with that comes a kill. But you've got to keep an eye on the flank. Look at how they're pressuring around. There's no alarm bot. It's just Flipsider who's here to cover. The utility to try to keep the spike off. Flipsider's been taken care of, and Blaze King wasn't able to get away from it.
He tried to avoid the damage at the distance, but Gotta be careful here. This flank again. The bottle gets taken care of immediately from 10. Oh, they're getting ripped apart. Just ripped apart.
Hey, the one nice thing is here, at least they got the spike down, but you're right. Man, they've struggled so much. Unless Famous can do something here in a 1v3. 10 is weak, but he's just going to hold it. The spam through is not going to cause any problems. He had to hesitate using a Vandal. He knew he'd get traded right back.
He was hoping as well for that smoke to fade at some point. Those just last so long. 6-2, the lead is expanding again. The lifeblood of Boom Esports.
Ada taktiknya dah keren tadi. Line up volley.
Gila taktiknya sih udah keren sih, jujur keren.
But these rounds have been clinical. You mentioned the 2 Prime Gaming flawlesses that we've seen so far. And it's just stingers here for Boom.
They're gonna go fast into Dish. They sent 3 this way, and Laz is tour de force. Puts 1 right in between Berserk's eyes.
Iya anjir.
The loss of the KO with this comp. Normally they're playing the optic comp.
Guys, ini Ahmad tadi bilang map 3 sih 2 loh guys. 13-2 loh Ahmad loh. Masa iya matinya sama ini terus enggak kan? Ahmad tadi bilang 13-2 loh guys.
They've got to take care of Blaze King here. He's got the ult, he's got a molly as well. They could play post plant pretty well, but they're taking control of Halls immediately.
Swing out from 10, the flash is there. And somehow through that Famous still finds 1, but you're right, you still haven't taken care of Blaze King. I don't think they know where he is.
Menurut lu kalah mental gak sih? Enggak sih, mental enggak sih.
Where he is! Now his position given away, the Sheriff shot's not gonna land, he's got a molly too, but he's not gonna be able to challenge the angle! As Laz cleans him up and 10 gets the defuse.
Mental enggak sih, mental tuh enggak kalah sih mereka ini.
Kena aja tembakannya cowok.
Iya emang kena aja tembakannya sih. Lu lihat Las dari tadi nyuliknya kena.
How often are we gonna see this?
Udah dapat sight, kena retake 2 kali. Ini ke retake, sebelumnya ke retake lagi.
I want to believe that they could really just ride the momentum all the way through.
Pause dulu ban. Time out lagi ban, tuh, time out lagi tuh kan. Udah pasti bener, pasti time out.
Are using their second timeout. Things are going very poorly right now for the Indonesians.
Kenapa Fracture nggak di ban aja? Feeling gua kenapa nggak di ban karena Asen dia mesti di ban. Ini yang ban Asen siapa? Coba gua mau lihat ya. Sorry ya guys, sorry.
There's something, you're right, Valo. There's something that they're identifying here that suggests that this is well out of control right now.
Oh, ZETA yang ban Asen malah. Gua nggak ngerti dah.
This is one where, I mean, Mimi was talking about the strengths and weaknesses of the comp on both sides. It can be strong on either side, but it really depends on your specific style, your specific flavor of this comp. For example, ZETA's very, very strong right here on their defense, and we already saw that against Loud. But when they swapped over to attack, it was such a night and day difference.
Coach Boom cok las lagi gacor banget. Fuck man. Ini mau ngapain nih?
All the gun rounds, by the way, going in favor of ZETA.
And we're at another. This is the first time we've seen ZETA hit this.
Oh, he's going through. What?
Yeah, he is.
They're expecting the fast push on A, and they're going to be here just as they get the spike to be planted.
Can they challenge? Can they take?
Gua dicuekin cewek gua, Bang. Dicuekin gimana coba? Coba dicuekinnya karena apa? Coba tako. Kenapa? Dicuekinnya kenapa? Maksudnya dia nice!
Blaze King gets 2 from a tucked corner.
Waduh.
Full sense of security off of the room, and it's turned into a 2v2. The spike has been planted.
Waduh.
In spawn. And it's down to a 1v1. The orbital strike used.
And it's planted for spawn. It's planted in the front of the site here. Flip definitely has a chance.
He doesn't have an op. He's just gonna have to spam through. Surely not.
Fuck man!
Hold it!
Oh, di stick bro.
Kenapa pushnya?
Oh, and they didn't get the op. I don't think they reached it.
It was so deep into spawn.
That could be backbreaking.
No chance. They still have plenty of money here. The last bonus is so strong. The ults are so strong.
Nih Dustin udah dapet, masalahnya nih tahan aja udah.
They just don't expect somebody to still hold that corner. He's holding for the door.
That shot from last.
I mean, they have two guys spamming down Sugar Zero right now. There's just no chance he holds that defuse.
And again, the same aggressive look like we saw in the previous round. I feel like we literally just saw this, but this time Sugar Zero challenging.
They know they're behind two. The stuns are coming in at an insane pace.
Deb has ult, 10 has ult. Deb's going north.
Ini sampai ke retake lagi sih gila.
He's not fearful of this, and there's gonna be a massive three-way pinch.
He has 2 satchels too. This time the room, but clearing out the cubby. Rolling Thunder goes his way. There it is. There's his ult. 10 with 1 satchel goes across. He still has another to work with, and it's gonna land right. Oh, it didn't kill him.
One enemy remaining.
But Zeta get the kills anyway.
Where's Tabata? Can you find him? Can you find him? Can he still convert this?
What utility does he have? He has a fault line.
Can't scope the op anymore.
Push him off. Oh, they've gotten off of it. They've gotten off of it, and Dep gets a 3rd kill and the defuse.
And almost got off there for a second. They want to transfer into Laz. Oh my goodness. Is the pace just gone full?
Ini tuh bukan mental loh nggak? Ini tuh udah dapat set berkali-kali.
Look at that wall and the fast retake from Dish here from Deb. That was a great push. We were focused on the Halls play. By 10 with his ult. But that, honestly, didn't even get to kill Sand. He had to follow up with his weapon.
Yeah.
They're just not paying attention. They don't realize how hard you can respond in kind with this speed, with
Wah, ini coach ini apakah analisis Ahmad apakah true?
And there's a little bit more. Laz peeks into the fast lane, and now you hear the counter ult from Berserk used. He's fully taken tower.
Tadi tuh udah menang orang sih, berhasil ngeburu 2. Tadi 1-1, 3 lawan 2, lu nggak perlu push sih. Tadi sayang banget.
They have 3 members in spawn. Laz one of them pushing forward. A member just on the other side of the smoke, and Blaze got a little too froggy with it.
Udah dapat side lagi,
Bang. Famous does too. This round looks dire for Boom. The flash there, the kill onto Berserk 2.
What a good nade from 10 as well.
Very well played, and yeah, they can try to keep the delay around the post plant. But there are only so many tricks in that bag.
Oh, wait.
There are only so many tricks in the bag!
Nice!
Trick is Flipsider! Debital 1v1, it's gotten to half. Laz tries to hold it, pulls off, and gets the kill!
It's a roller coaster! Back and forth! And that's how we end the half. Laz with the clutch again. And ZETA has ballooned their lead farther than they ever have before with a 10-2.
Let's look at that one more time.
Because
Flipsider was a proper menace. Unbelievable. Oh, to come so close and to still be so far.
No timeouts either the second half.
No. They were all burned early.
Anjing 7-6, bro.
Oh my word. Laz with a big 1v1 to get the dub at the end there. 10-2, but guys, I don't know. I feel like we've seen this song and
No, Golden Boy, no. This one is an unthrowable lead. 10-2 up at the half. The game is over. The game is... ZETA Division...
said that before.
You willing to put stakes?
No, ZETA Division cannot throw a 10-2 lead.
Stakes.
Nope. It's simple. The stakes are that ZETA Division will go home if they throw the lead.
Stakes for you if you get this wrong.
The stakes for me could not be higher.
He becomes Balder. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, let's just take a look back and, at the Neon battle here, Mimi, because Depp has definitely stepped up in this role on Fracture.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, this head-to-head is between the two compositions. It is exactly the same, and they are both defined by what your Neon can do in these opening gambits, and thus far, Depp has just been pounding in that regard. Berserk has been absolutely unable to get anything going just because of the sheer amount of pressure that ZETA Vision is putting on this defensive side. 10 rounds in a row.
Yeah, ZETA always being able to get into positions where, you know, sometimes Berserk's it feels like he's executing, but actually he's been funneled into the A side because they've lost all the rest of the map. And this is a really nice one too. The amount of pressure coming down from depth with the stuns, and then Sugar Zero pushing through the smoke.
Kaniki mana Kaniki anjir hilang.
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect. And now if you're on Boom Esports and you're looking towards this second half, you say it's completely unbeatable. 10-2, it's over. But there is always that chance that they can make something happen. And they need to hold their ground. They need to buy the time in the same way that ZETA Division did to have a chance. It's the same comp, it's the same win condition.
If Boom come back, I don't want to live in this world. I need to get out. I need to get a different branch of the multiverse going on. Because ZETA Division have been in spots like this before. This would just be a gargantuan task.
Wait, I got it. If Boom comes back and wins this game, Sideshow just agreed to this, we will get the Boom logo spray painted on his ball.
Kalau kayak gini terus kapan mau step up-nya? Gak tahu Bang Apip. Ini Apip beneran atau bukan?
Him getting something tattooed on his head. I heard you say spray painted, but it was actually tattooed. Yes, definitely. We'll see. ZETA with a comfortable lead here, 10 rounds in a row. The padding that they have, the room for error that they have has never been bigger.
No, this is so insurmountable from Boom. And I want to bring it back again to the fact that they don't have any timeouts. They had the chance here at halftime to really get their thoughts together, but hopefully those thoughts are enough to take them through, because what a tall task. It's been a wonderful time here for Boom so far. We've definitely been introduced to a new team that I want to see again. But this challenge is far too much.
Can they rewrite what seems like an obituary right now? It does not look good. Remember, Laz popped off map 1, devastated and dejected that they lost it. Carries his team through map 2 and now finds openers on map 3.
Anjing, ini apakah teori Ahmad ya? Iskentom. Teori Ahmad.
Josh's bald head may be safe for one more.
Teori Ahmad anjing. Goib cok. Ahmad dari dunia lain cok. Ahmad dari dunia lain anjing. Ahmad lu gokil sih. Sumpah. Gua tahu lu kata-katain gua kan waktu gua di Boom sama di Persija, tapi gua respect. Gokil lu Ahmad, sumpah.
Unbelievable. Shots from Laz too, and the fact that he's continuing his form from every single map is so impressive. He truly is the Terminator. The way he put them down on Pearl.
And that headhunter set up. Look at that hit coming in though. Flipsider showing he can use that headhunter just as well. Able to clean up one. The flank is going to be coming in from the southern side of the map.
Mau mereka mau plan atau sebelum masuk mereka liatin smoke guys. Karena takut banyak yang alay-alay.
You've got nothing else to play for. You've got to convert it here. My goodness, what a shot! Tebatal still only has the sheriff, and he's now left alone. 10 is weak, and 10 doesn't care.
Beda banget sih. Lu lihat deh ZETA, dia even mau masuk atau gimana dia liatin satu orang tuh liatin smoke tai.
It's something that I don't think a global tournament has ever seen.
Awareness anjay.
It is such a ridiculous ask.
Abis ini kita giveaway, jangan kemana-mana ya guys. Kita giveaway abis ini ya.
That second time out in the first half. Boom. Moments away from being eliminated.
Anjing si Ahmad kemana cok?
Ahmad, anjing Ahmad abis pesugihan kayaknya tai. Sumpah gue udah nggak mau nonton sih tai dah, sumpah.
10 again pushing forward. Oh my goodness, everyone is there. They've somehow found enough to buy a bit more, and the gun's just not finding enough. The judge from Famous perhaps waits on the other side of the door, looking for something to change into. And no, it was just the judge. Flipsider and Blaze King left alone, staring down the barrel of elimination.
Padahal Bang Taps chat gue loh, kalau Boom menang 5 juta.
All the way out in Istanbul.
Iya. Aduh.
Laz holding the angle. Blaze on the peak. Flipsider below him.
Sakit hati liatnya. Ini api beneran gak sih?
Oh, he got one. It's a 2v2 here. Flipsider, the leader, again, outnumbered, outgunned, and down.
Gila Ahmad, sumpah.
ZETA take the right cross
Ahmad
that boom throw
anjing.
their way and deliver a knockout punch of their own.
Ahmad anjing, cok.
A roller coaster of a series. In what at the tail end of Pearl we thought could have been a bitter burnout.
Anjing,
To
cok,
Zeta's
Ahmad.
bright flame, but it continues. One more chance here in groups to give them another.
Kita bully Ahmad gak sih? Anjing gara-gara dia, guys. Tai lu Ahmad lu.
What a performance.
Anjing lu.
Again, man, this was just a couple of hours ago. That Laz didn't want to get up.
Gas, aku cinta Tokopedia. Ayo.
To go back to him to lift his spirits up because he was wearing the loss. You know,
Let's go. Aku cinta Tokopedia.
Probably the grittiest performance I've
Anjing
seen.
lah.
That was tenacity from Laz and so much more too. Sugar Zero showing up on map number 2. And you could feel it on so many different levels. It was so hard for them to maintain their mental from beginning of end of the series.
But freaking A, did they do it?
Wah, gila bro, Ahmad.
And for Boom, man.
Nice try, Boom ya. Nice try, sumpah. Good run lah. Good run for the first time, bro. It's okay.
Ente Boom come back stronger tak your tak semua udah nemenin malam ini. God bless all.
Thank you Alvin, thank you banget udah bikin ketawa juga anjing lu. Tapi thank you. F-Mal prediksi dong, gue bakal jadi nggak sama crush gue. Kevin Wica. Apakah Ahmad the real dukun, guys? Anjing Ahmad, cok. The real dukun, anjir.
Everybody worldwide rooting for this team. And there's still time here for them. Josh said it. How close they were from
Anjing dah. Lah, kenapa tiba ada Bang Dre?
They could still win the tournament. All things are a possibility.
Aduh, tai dah.
They're gonna have to work on their form, but that's what they did at Reykjavik, man.
Yep. The exact same thing they did at Reykjavik.
Ayo kita roll yuk. WIB. Cuma di Tokopedia tiap tanggal 25 sampai akhir bulan. Gede-gedean sepuasnya. Bisa di Tokopedia. Waktu Indonesia belanja di Tokopedia. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dia, congrats dia. Dia, congrats dia. Masih ada satu kali lagi ya, guys. Dia, apakah kamu ada di sini, dia? Dia. Bang, oi, apa IG-nya dia? Si dia aku rasanya pengen pukul kamu, Yor. Bang Dri, nonton MU Arsenal aja lah, Bang Dri, tai. Gue udah gak mau nonton Valorant, anjing. Dia. Bilangin anak Bung kalau posisi kalah nggak usah gor-gor kepala kayak orang bego, malah bikin musuh pede, tetap heads up kayak Atris. Anjay, calon suami Nita siapa anjing? Dimas Pamenang, anjay, Dimas Pamenang. Satu kali lagi ya guys, Dimas Pamenang. Oke, jangan lupa di follow ya guys. Kalau nggak follow gue nggak hangus. Udah follow belum nih Dimas? Ingat ya guys, follow kalau nggak hangus. Dimas Mamenang. Kayak lagi. WIB cuma di Tokopedia tiap tanggal 25 sampai akhir bulan, diskon gede-gedean. Lo bisa di Tokopedia, waktu Indonesia belanja di Tokopedia. Bisa Anda 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arctic Melody. Apakah di sini Arctic Melody? Apakah kamu di sini Arctic Melody? Apakah hangus? Hadir. Oke, IG-nya apa Arctic Melody? Biar gue chat. Movits, Mursid, lu anak buahnya ini ya, Mursid. Movits. Nitip foto gua, oke. Minta nomor WA plus nama lengkap ya. Congrats. Oke guys, gua nggak tahu lah guys, udah nggak mau tonton gua anjir. Thank you yang udah ikut giveaway. Kita ikut lagi besok. Besok siapa ya? Besok kru lawan Sersia.
Boom dat berapa, Bi? Coba lihat, bisa kelihatan nggak sih?
Apaan?
Boom dat berapa?
Boom. Oh.
Iya.
Dapat berapa ya dia?
Duit.
Dapat berapa duit ya?
Setidaknya
Wikipedia Valorant Champion. Harusnya dapat sih. Gue udah sedih banget, hibur dong. Gue udah bangga banget sama Boom. Gimana? Gue harus gimana? Ntar kalau misalkan kita nobar MU kalah juga, anjing sih. Dapat 15.000 lumayan lah guys. 15.000 USD to IDR. 15.000 dapat 223 juta. 223 juta dipotong pajak biasa tuh 20%. 0,2 0,8 kali 220. Dapat 176 dipotong ya, misalkan dipotong berapa ya? 20% lah ya misalkan ya, dari tim. Misalkan ya, berarti 0,8 dibagi 5. Lumayan lah 28 juta anjing.
Belum sama duit skin.
Iya, belum sama duit skin. Duit skin gila. Lumayan lah. Lu kok lepas baju Boom sih, Yor? Soalnya panas, bro.
Aduh, kasian banget, Cok. Tapi good run lah.
Fucking good sih.
Ya.
Duit skin itu maksudnya gimana Bang Yor? Skin champion yang lu beli kan itu kan 50%-nya masuk ke tim-tim yang masuk ke champion.
50% ya? Enggak full ya?
Enggak, 50% atau 70% aku lupa dah. Prediksi gue udah benar, harusnya gue yang menang report Ior. Harusnya gue yang menang report. Apa sih Sang Ahmad, tai lu. Bang Dre, ini ada Sang Ahmad nih Bang Dre. Gue terserah lu dah Bang Dre, mau lu apain lah, tai. Gara-gara dia kayak prediksinya, anjing. Terserah lu dah Bang Dre, itu ada Ahmad tuh. Lu mau apain dia terserah dah. Dari skin champion kah maksudnya? Iya.
Saatnya tuh tangan kanan.
Ente boom buat primal, jangan nafsuan sama kill. Menurut gue bukan, gue nggak tahu ya. Gue nggak tahu kendala aslinya. Cuman kalau misalkan gue dari misalkan dari segi orang orang ini segi netizen nih ya. Jadi jangan dianggap apa ya. Ini dari segi netizen menurut gue mungkin kayak comms-nya bingung ya. Soalnya contoh kayak tadi ya, yang gue bilang yang itu kan si Dustin dapat 2, terus satu lagi satu ada yang dapat tuh. Jadi 4 lawan 2, terus Dustin mati jadi 3 lawan 2 ya. Jadi 3 lawan 2. Nah, 3 lawan 2 udah harusnya stop aja, lu mesti tahan aja biar mereka yang maju, kan mereka yang harus nge-defuse kan. Kecuali lu 2 lawan 3 atau 1 lawan 3 itu beda cerita, lu mau nge-push terserah gitu. Tapi kalau misalkan 3 lawan 2 itu udah menang orang, mereka harus nge-push ke lu tinggal tunggu, jadi tinggal teret-teretan aja. Kan satu udah ketahuan, satu di aim-in, ya kan? Satu lagi di CT kan, ya paling di CT atau drop kan. Itu sayang sih, roll itu sayang banget anjing. Putar lagu sedih dulu nggak sih? Oh iya.
Post
plannya berkali-kali, gila.
Post match interview Dustin lihat deh.
Di mana?
Di Valorant Indonesia.
Oh, kamu gercep banget sih, Bi.
Tapi Pak, udah GG banget sih. Salam juga buat yang lain kok ya.
Oke, Jo.
Lebih membaca. Kok gimana sih rahasianya ya? Rahasia dong. Kan di early round ya, game 1, game 2 itu sempet kayak ya terseok-seok ya, harus ngejar karena sengit banget. ZETA bisa ngebales boom, kemudian gimana caranya boom masih bisa ngejar ketertinggalan, bahkan tadi di game pertama bisa comeback.
Sebenarnya simpel aja sih, kayak kita main nggak usah lihat skor, terus kayak ya udah main aja, have fun gitu. Kayak kalau emang rezekinya comeback ya comeback kayak di map 1 gitu, nggak usah diliatin skornya.
Iya, dan juga tadi aku ngeliat di map Heaven ya, di game pertama itu T-Bottle sempet kayak gebrak meja, itu kenapa?
Emang iya? Gue aja baru tahu.
Aku
Tadi kita lihat, gue nggak lihat sih.
Oh, nggak lihat gitu, tapi kayak bener-bener kesel banget karena itu tadi kan di round pertama ya, setelah round pertama menang, kemudian di round kedua itu beli Vandal, beli Bulldog dan segala macamnya.
Oh ya, kita kena Iko ya?
Iya.
Ya itu bad call aja sih.
Bad call aja ya, bener banget. Dan gimana nih menurut Ko Blaze King sendiri dengan permainan ZETA gitu? Apakah expect kah bakalan seperti ini atau gimana?
Sebenarnya gue ngerasa kita kalah sih karena diri kita sendiri sih, bukan karena merekanya spesial atau.
Tuh kan? Iya emang bener, gue udah bilang, gue yakin banget.
Begitu juga sama yang game optik kemarin, cuman kalau udah sampai sini
karena
semua tuh
nih ya, kan dia yang dibilang Dustin bener. Kenapa? Karena mereka dapat side gitu loh. Mereka dapat side.
Kekuatan in game juga, knowledge, adaptasi, dan emang kitanya nggak bisa deliver ya. Kita menurut gua sih untuk sekarang kita pantas untuk kalah gitu.
Ya, tapi comeback stronger di next year pastinya, dan juga untuk
we'll see.
Iya, ya siapa yang tahu ya kan, harus yakin dulu istilahnya.
Ini sedih banget. Ini caster cewek iki.
Mata-mata gitu deh. Kalau ZETA ngambil map pro sendiri?
Sebenarnya kalau expect aja. Cuman kita juga udah mempersiapkan pearl kita juga. Jadi kayak kalau emang mereka mau main ya udah kita main gitu. Terus ya unlucky. Di pearl. Harusnya bisa 2-0.
Iya. Harusnya menang ya.
Iya, mungkin Noxy mau ada bertanya?
Gak ada sih buat bertanya, nice try banget kok. Harusnya ya mungkin belum rezekinya aja buat ke playoff. Tapi udah GG banget sih. Salam juga buat yang lain kok ya.
Oke, Jo.
Terima kasih banyak Blaze King atas waktunya. Terima kasih banyak sudah berjuang buat Indonesia. Kalian luar biasa, keren banget. Thank you so much.
Sorry guys.
Dan enggak, don't worry about that. We are love you, Boom Esport. Thank you so much. Thank you banget. We proud of you guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Kita ketemu lagi di turnamen selanjutnya teman-teman, dan thank you banget buat teman-teman semuanya yang sudah watch party ya. Hari ini ada watch party juga dari Boom.
Tadi kita lihat kan ada watch party-nya.
Iya, thank you banget buat teman-teman juga yang udah datang ke watch party. Gila, pasti seru banget sih di sana. Itu kayak hyping gimana gitu, kayak wah, ya tapi
wah sedih guys.
Once again,
tapi good run sih, fucking good lah buat Boom. Pertama kali lu Indo nyampe ke champion sih, it's fucking good. Oke lah guys, gua off aja lah, gua udah gak mau tonton anjing. Lanjut besok ya. Waduh. Respect Boom, thank you Bang Nanda.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I feel commitments while I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other.
Nanda anjing bisa-bisanya tai. Orang lagi sedih ya, bangke. Bisa-bisanya bang. Bisa-bisanya. Tai, gak jadi nangit anjing lah. Itu lagu apa ya? Wah tai lah. Nanda tai. Nanda. Sang Ahmad di silver diam aja deh. Dia diamond cok. Udah keluar dikit anjing, gak jadi emang bangset tai. Boom. Sang Ahmad nih guys, lihat Sang Ahmad. Boom itu nggak sabaran, harusnya bisa menang 2-0. Nah di map 2 pas 11-9 mereka terkabur dan gak sabaran, jadi ZETA dapat momentum. Dan mental Boom lemah banget, mental tempe. Sekalinya ZETA dapat momen jadi cupu. Gak sih, kalau mental sih enggak sih. Kok gue nggak setuju sama kata-kata lu dengan kata mental sih, karena bukan masalah mental sih, lebih ke arah lu itu lebih ke arah kesalahan yang mereka buat gitu loh. Pribadi, bukan ZETA-nya terlalu jago. Menurut gua kayak gitu sih. Nah, itu menurut gue nice try banget sih dari Boom. Sayang. Saatnya Famos pulang guys. Saatnya Famos pulang. Apakah Famos akan di buyout guys? Mesti lihat nanti sih guys, nggak tahu, mungkin Famos bisa di buyout sih.
So we never give up during our matches. So we always are planning to win. And once we get the rollback and we are able to win the matches, so I'm really happy that we could get on the roll.
Excellent. Okay, keeping the mentality up. Now your team has a reputation as these lower brackets. You guys just seem to come alive.
Ior sedihnya Boom kalah, Famos ke buyout 2 kali, makanya guys. Gimana yang bisa bikin gue ceria guys? Gak bingung gue juga. Gue harus gimana anjing? Kalau kayak gini ceritanya, mesti gimana gue bro? Kali 2 sedihnya, iya bener. Tai lu Bang Dre anjing. $5 juta hangus, Boom kalah, 5 juta hangus. Teman gua di buyout. Mana gua sedih banget gua rasanya anjing lah. Salah satunya tim Indo yang lolos ke champion. Sedih banget gua, sedih banget anjing. Temen gue mau di buyout, gue nggak dapat 5 juta. Lebih ke 5 jutanya lu sedih kan? Bukan, maksudnya kan kita kan selalu dukung tim Indo ya. Gimana nih, gue sedih banget, nggak tahu mau balikin moodnya gimana anjing. Udah ngamut banget gue, sumpah. Ini gimana ya? Capek gue. Udah ngamut nonton anjing, bener-bener. Belum nanti kalau misalkan MU Arsenal besok di TikTok tiba-tiba ada suara Harry Maguire, wah lebih pusing gua anjing. Gue malas banget kalau misalkan MU main tuh besok-besok tuh FYP TikTok tuh Harry Maguire. Ini gue lagi nonton MU di mana, Kro? Di mana? Nonton MU aja yuk nonton MU aja lah yuk guys. Tai lah, kita di Discord yuk. Bang Dre, live aja lah, kentet lah, capek gue anjing. Yuk nobar Discord. Ya nanti jam berapa sih mulainya? Di ini aja guys, nonton apa? Di Discord Boy With Love aja, oke? Discord mana Bang Dre? Gue udah ngamut anjing nonton Valorant, tai, sumpah. Bangsat lah. Gimana biar gue seneng? Kasih gue seneng dikit lah. Rozok bangsat lah. Oke lah guys, saatnya untuk nonton di Discord. Iya, Kro. Ini si Bang Dre ada video.com, jadi bisa nonton MU kita. Lu nonton di mana, Kro? Lu mau ikut gak, Kro? Atau lu nonton di mana lu? You are my everything to me. Gue juga video, ayo kita nonton bareng lah, babi. Info link Discord lagi airplay ke TV, anjing lah. Oh, jadi lu mau nonton sendiri-sendiri. Oh, kayak gitu mainnya. Oke, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine kalau lu mau begitu. Ayo Robar, tar ya, go off streaming dulu, oke guys. Kita lanjut besok pagi ya. Gua pengen main, oke? Discordnya punya Ear ya, yang Boy With Love guys, yang Boy With Love. Dan ntar ya, oke? Thank you semua, thank you udah nonton, thank you udah subscribe, thank you udah like, thank you udah komen. Thank you yang udah donate. Gokil sih lu orang. Gokil. Thank you banget buat Bang Taps, Bang Udin, Bang siapa tadi? Rozok. Terus ada Alvin, Christian, terus dan pion-pion yang lain. Terima kasih. Anjing, gue kalau inget Rozak sama Udin jadi ketawa, anjing, babi. Langsung seneng gue. Langsung seneng gue, anjing.
영원한 건 절대 없어 결국엔 넌 변했지 이유도 없어 진심이 없어 사랑 같은 소리 따윈 집어쳐 오늘 밤은 삐딱하게 내버려둬 어차피 난 혼자였지 아무도 없어 다름이 없어 사탕 발린 위로.
Oke lah guys, go off dulu. Ntar ya. Di Discord Boy with Love ya guys ya. Kalau misalkan ada ya, ntar gua tarik-tarikin, oke? Kalian ngumpul aja di sana, oke? Sampai ketemu gimana join DM ya, gimana join. Oke, gampang. Oke, thank you semua. Thank you Bang Nanda juga yang udah donate juga, thank you. Siapa ya? Thank you juga buat semua yang udah donate ya. Guys, thank you semuanya. See you guys, sampai ketemu besok. Dadah. Stubaton